Tracy and Sam. Yeah,
They all live in the middle class area of Waterdeep.
Yeah.
Everyone's fine.
everyone's fine.
There's no trauma.
Well, hello there, gentle viewers. Let me pretend that I'm reading a book. Welcome to tonight's stream and the first ever instalment of You Meet in a Tavern, version or edition 0.5. I will eventually finish writing it. So we're going to play something different. We normally play D&D. We're playing something different. It's made up. All of these players rolled to find out what archetype they'll be, which is basically a class if you're using D&D terms, and then what sort of species you are. They also rolled to see that, which again is like D&D races. And then they made some characters. We'll sort of explain it as we play it. I do have my description. What's my description of the adventure tonight? Just sort of like the game. The briefing of how you would view coming into playing a game, but it's the A-grade Heroes Night Off. Trouble is brewing and it's up to the B team or C team, depending on how good they are, to save the day. In an ever-expanding fantasy world with movie, logic and anime physics, players must use their imagination to increase their power and ultimately come up with a name for the episode. So keep that in mind, you do have to come up with a name for the episode. Ideally it would be party name versus the something, or party name something something something.
Sure.
I feel like the episode just named itself.
Yeah, it's like there was the I can't remember his last name, Alan, who was in the QI. Alan. He had a show called
Alan Partridge.
Yeah, he had a show called Insert Title Here or something, and they'd come. It was just a chat show, and they'd come up with the title of the chat show.
Party versus the Beta
Yeah. So we'll start with a cinematic opening. So you got your night sky, beautiful night sky. There's a crack of thunder and lightning, and it silhouettes this citadel on top of the mountain, and the camera sort of starts to pan into it. Not pan. What's it called?
Zoom
in.
Fly.
It's the fly is probably more accurate. The credits start popping up on the bottom of the screen. Goes into a room. Stonework walls. A couple of old writing desks.
One day like Horse Wheels.
Torches in sconces.
Yeah, it's
burning really low, and then the torches start bursting into brighter light, and a redder, hotter flame, and a whoop, 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 and on the desk this quill picks up and starts scratching itself down, and in a little room off to the side of it, in a little cot, is a little fox person, and they get woken up by the alarm, and they quickly get up and they snap their fingers, and their nice striped pajamas turns into a three-piece suit, and they put on a crimson red cloak and put their hood up, and they run in and they grab the paper out from underneath the quill, and they run through the corridors of this citadel, burst through the doors into what looks like an office, and there is a... Let's find out what race it is. What's a 4 on the table? Because I didn't think of what the race would be. There is a halfling.
Nice.
In ornate business wear. sitting behind a desk by candlelight, just burning the midnight oil. And the little
company that provides the oil.
the foxy man runs in, and you can see in the office there's like portraits on the walls, and a few little statuesque busts, and they all look very like teams of heroic people. You can see our party from from Storm Kings. They're on the wall in a portrait. You see a little statuette thing of a Goliath in a kilt, back-to-back buddy cop movie style with a changeling in a kilt of similar design. You see a portrait on the wall of this Warforged with a pink-haired gnome sitting on their shoulders. the face of the gnome is just covered in soot except for the little rings around the eyes because the goggles are up on the head. And then if I'd actually properly researched more Critical Role stuff, you can see the Critical Role characters up on the wall. You can see Dimension 20 characters up on the wall. Whatever. There's just heroes portraits everywhere, and the fox runs in and is like, "We got trouble!" And slams it down on the desk of his superior, the halfling. And the halfling goes, "Right," and he starts looking through folders like, "Oh, they're busy. It's like manila folders of heroing parties, and he's like, busy. Oh. And he's just, with a heavy sigh, he just looks down at the waste paper basket, pulls out 5 crumpled pieces of paper, lays them, smooths them out.
I sent my resume on good
And
cardstock, thank you.
Then he
I use Seek.
pulls out a magical stone tablet and presses some magical buttons on it. And on each of your persons, this is a non-functional item for the sake of it, a little stone beeper goes off.
Is it real gravelly?
And the text on it appears, just says trouble. And it gives you the location where you need to meet, which is an inn called Tav.
This is what the
Tav,
baby sounds
the
like.
Tav Inn.
This has never happened before. This
So, as we go around,
Crunch,
the table circle,
the metaphor.
I want you
It's more
to
of a pentagon.
describe your character, what they physically look like, maybe what they were doing when they got the beeping, but also what heroic action did they do to get their application approved by the League of Heroes, and
Good thing you got prepped for this.
what were their actions that caused their application to be put in the bin. So their best heroic moment and their most failure of an heroic moment.
Okay, so you're saying we were a part of the group and now we did something that was so bad that they threw us in the bin?
You may not know you've been put in the bin,
Okay.
but yeah, you've done something that got you hero status, but you've done something in your capacities as a hero that has got you put in the bin.
Can we start this correctly?
I'm going to say whoever wants to go first can go first.
Bessie Utterson. Cow person. Cowfolk, is it?
Cowfolk.
Cowfolk. Normal Jersey cow appearance, except stands on hind legs. Bell around her neck. She was currently in the process of refilling her bucket of milk when the beeper went off, and she first got picked up for this group. I don't even know.
League of Heroes.
League of Heroes. A little bit X-Men style, because one of these villagers that had the plague suddenly were miraculously cured, but no one wanted to talk about what happened. And then they got to the end of it, and it was the milk. The problem is of where it comes from, and that Bessie doesn't wear clothes because nothing fits a cow. So no one really wants to go adventuring and get healing. So, yeah, they've never been called out. She's quite excited. Like, it's never happened before. Like, I'm called up. What do I do?
So it's more of a logistics is why you got put in the bin.
Yeah.
Public perception.
Public
perception.
image.
She couldn't work out why she's never been called up.
Yeah.
You were a PR nightmare. Just quickly, has anyone seen Kung Pao Into the Fist?
Yes.
Yes.
The cow from that is what I'm.
That's all I'm picturing.
what I'm picturing. Like a little.
Oh, yeah.
But-
yeah, no,
yeah.
totally could.
That fight scene is just
Yeah.
impeccable.
We will continue going around the circle. So
Excellent.
we'll go with Rob.
Thank you.
Spruce Barkblade, a tree folk assassin. Spruce. So Spruce is a very well accomplished assassin. Considering he is a tree that lives in the desert, he somehow gets a lot of kills out there.
No one expects the desert tree.
No one expects the desert tree to come alive and kill them.
I'm just wondering if he's
Does
waiting
he
in the
kill
middle
him
of
with
the
his
desert,
palms?
They just
Oh,
There it is. Yeah, so, but Spruce, though, wanted to become a bit more sort of renowned, so he made his way from the desert to the city. Or not to the city, but, closer where there's more contracts. You'd be surprised. There's a lot of... all the contracts dried up in the desert.
It's been going.
It's been done. His feat of some renown, though, was the time that he stopped... there was a dam that broke, so he grew limbs to, stop the dam from overflowing into a city,
Is that awesome?
which drew out the mayor who he was contracted to kill, which he then took out the secret twig that was holding back the dam and then killed the mayor. That was his contract. So he, set up the whole thing. Struth.
Always fulfill the contract.
Always fulfill the bloody contract, mate.
Stein the Christ.
Staying like Christ. Yeah, that's Spruce.
Yep.
Doesn't wear anything either.
Ryan Rodent. I am a mouse folk.
Do the voice.
Do the voice.
Do the voice.
Disney, please don't sue us.
But no, his act of valor was actually quite by accident. But he just happened to be the only one around to notice that it was by accident. So upon fleeing from what was considered big, bad, evil fox folk of the forests, who had been terrorizing his village, he found himself alone one evening and came across him. And as he was fleeing, he came across an old dilapidated bridge, but without any other way of escaping, ran across it. Due to his speed, he only touched on the platforms very lightly and managed to get across the other side. The fox folk, thinking that it was safe to crossed as well, and it collapsed from underneath him, killing him in the process. So Ryan, not really wanting to kick up too much of a fuss about it, all of a sudden had killed the big bad evil guy and was sort of celebrated as this hero. He just sort of kept his mouth shut about what about what had actually happened.
What a rat.
Fuck off. Tight as a trap, that mouth.
Yeah. His undoing, however, was when he came in for his interview for the League of Heroes, and upon seeing the fox folk behind the desk ready to interview him, he promptly threw a rock at him and got the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah, that would put you in the reject bin.
Yeah, the fox person was the one who was going to hire them. So yeah,
Yep.
I see that.
What do you look like apart from a mouse?
Apart from a mouse,
What are you wearing?
loincloth. Don't want to be tied down with too many heavy clothes or anything like that. Just some nice pair of sandals, though, and
really good sandals.
and a nicely sized river stone attached via a sling on his on the loincloth.
Sorry, I did think of a bit of appearance. No clothes, but does have a sort of hat looking made out of wood, and it's got branches with they look like leaves.
So
Would they be
you're not going
cork?
with your leaf fringe anymore?
No, not emo anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be a little cork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you killed a tree to get corks.
No,
Yeah.
cork length.
That was your first cure was a cork tree, folks.
I got the taste for it.
Alright, Trinity.
I am the Grand Fartrix, the malign miasma, Meladio Blisterbow. I am a devil folk wizard. I used to be a god, but I was relegated to mortal duties due to a clerical error. My
Did that
heroic...
involve actual clerics or?
I don't know. I was just told it was a clerical error, and they couldn't fix it. So I have been, removed down to the mortal realms. I did walk through my first village that happened to be being attacked by a band of bandits. Everyone had locked themselves in their houses. Me being unclothed and the most disgusting creature you've ever possibly seen.
Don't be hard on yourself, Trent.
All of the fuck you. All of the bandits died due to either shock, heart attacks, or my sheer stank. I didn't do anything. But then I got invited to see the League of Heroes. So I put on my cloak and covered myself in sage, rosemary, and thyme to mask my awful, awful stench. Upon entering the League of Heroes office, my cloak got caught in the door. I was naked. Naked as the day I was... Oh, hang on.
Clerically erred into this.
I was clerically erred into this existence. I may well have killed the former CEO with my stank. I'm guessing that's why I got put in the bin. So I am basically about 5-6 foot tall, covered in a big dark cloak. You cannot see my face. I am covered in wreaths of parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme to stop the smell.
You're a shit demon, aren't you?
I'm a shit demon.
Yeah.
Over to you.
Nice. Igneous. Doesn't have a second there.
I'm going to call you Iggy.
Yeah, that's general nickname.
Right.
Basically, yeah, it's a cinematic thing. Scene
Like The Rock?
changes straight to to a casino, where you see a 10-foot tall ogre at a roulette table.
I feel like we're going to go... This is getting into one of those heist movies.
But yeah, martini glass.
The
whole
Mountains
thing.
11.
As the bip bip comes through, he sort of takes up the last of his bets and leans over. Sure, no love, I have to leave.
So suave.
Fucking hell.
First came to the attention of the League of Extraordinary Average People by saving a village from an attack of giants. Stone giants, or large giants, giants, attacked this town, led by a female war chieftain, which I completely besotted. Through the playing of my violin, I'm completely in love with me. However, not known for long-term relationships. So when everything broke down, she ended up attacking the citadel, where the League of Average People come from. Yeah, and I think I was probably taken off the books after that. Yeah.
Cool.
Would you say relationships kind of erode you away?
Yeah,
Wait,
pretty
was
rocky.
Wait, was this the CEO that he killed?
No, ooh.
How do you spell your character's name, Tristan?
Which one? The Grand Fartrex.
Malario, I think it was.
It's
Malario.
malaria. So malaria, but with an O instead of an A.
Cool.
It's a me, Malario.
Alright, so we've got a Ogre Casanova, a devil folk wizard,
A shit demon wizard.
shit demon wizard. You're a devil, not a demon. Just to make a distinction.
I was a demon. Now I'm just a devil.
We've got a mouse folk athlete, we've got a tree folk assassin, and we've got a cow folk healer. And they all have stats and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So you all, after you accept your beeper, you're all magically transported to the tavern where you need to go to save on travel costs and time. So it's your stereotypical, it's generic as the Tavern. It's got your wooden floors, your staircase that leads up to the bar to the rooms, it's got your standard bar, it's got your standard circular tables, it's got a nice dingy corner for the rogues to hide in.
Nothing but the best mediocre things for the...
Yeah, the digitable over here in the corner where it's dark, wet hot device.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nothing but
You mean
below
obvious
average for
trope
the
hangs
white
out there.
team.
Well,
Or copyright infringement.
You're all pretty much obvious tropes. Well, you started off as obvious tropes. So you always make yourself comfortable in the tavern in whatever way you feel makes you comfortable in a tavern. I wouldn't recommend a tavern fight. You are the only 5 in there, apart from the bar wench behind the bar. What?
Sorry.
So the tavern fight with just the bar wench. That's it.
Level 20
She'll win.
retired.
I'll give her.
What is she-
I'll give her a stat boost.
What is she?
Level 20
She
retired
is God, making me use my tables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is also a devil folk.
Nice.
Hey, baby.
Giggity.
Her mother was clearly a succubus. So she's got all the succubusy deviliness to her.
What's the father though?
No, father's human. Because I just keep it generic. After a few minutes, is that a 6? No. Another human comes in. Stereotypical farmer looking guy. He's got his
NPC 1.
yeah, his NPC 1 basically. Got his farmer clothes. Are a bit. They're not overly shabby, but they're a little bit shabby. He's wringing his cap. He's clearly anxious. Oh, I can't even do the voice. Thank God you're here. There's been some trouble. I'm assuming the league sent you.
From underneath the table, like from behind, like the pole in the middle. What kind of trouble?
Can't do it.
I've done it once now, and now I can't stop.
That's what
Can't stop, was it?
Yeah, can't
This is
stop.
like Sam Riegel's voice for when he first started doing Not.
Yes.
And he's just like, oh, I immediately regret this. I'm going to do this for several years.
Oh.
God damn it.
Well, you see, it's a bloody tragedy it is. So there I was, minding my own business, training my dog. He was a prize dog. Don't know if you've ever heard of the happiest dog competition.
So you won it.
What?
I'm losing my voice. So you won it as part of the competition.
No. He's a competition dog. Or he was God bless his soul. He was a competition dog for happiest dog in the world. He's won like 3 years in a row, and then like out of the blue, these like little demon folk came and killed him.
So he's not so happy anymore.
No.
Well, it depends what the afterlife's like, really.
Anyway,
You all say all dogs go to heaven.
Was he a good boy?
he was a very good boy.
I'd just like to point out at this point, I've camouflaged into the shape of a stool.
Shit came over here. He's going to have
I'm
to compensate.
I'm going to sit on that stool.
Cool, because the NPC was going to if you didn't.
And my face is where you sit.
Does he have to take a constitution check next to that?
There are no constitution
Oh,
checks.
you are really in luck there, because my butt is probably the worst part of my body.
Mate, I come from the desert where there's no other trees except me. I know a thing or two about living.
I'm a tree. Do you think I've got a nose?
That's true.
He does not.
Then let's go.
Breathe
does
out,
not.
breathe out oxygen. It's fine.
I'm not giving away my position.
Anyway, I reckon it was Barnaby from the other end of town that's probably summoned the demons, because you know his dogs always come in second place and competition's coming up, and I reckon he's trying to edge his bets. And
So, tell us about this Barney.
Barnaby, well,
Barnaby.
he's another farmer like me.
Trouble?
Well, I think he's trouble now, isn't he? He's probably like summoned some demons to kill my dog.
Is that all they did, and then they just fucked off?
Yeah, they came in, they busted into the house. Me and the wife were in a fright, and then they didn't even care about us. They just killed our dog and off they went.
Did your dog have any enemies? I'm fucked.
Well, I mean, the happiest dog in the world does have some stiff
Perhaps a
competition.
giant turtle.
Oh, what?
I don't know. I've cooked it now.
Oh, you're in deep with this one, my man.
Oh shit.
Anyway, I contacted the League of Heroes so that my sweet happy dog could be avenged. He's
So,
turned into a teenager now.
Oh dearie, oh bless. Goes and pinches your cheeks.
It's not like tears streaming down his face.
Question: does your cow? I mean, does Bessie still have hooves?
Yeah.
Or are they, how the hell do you pinch it?
Cloven moves.
The
Pulls them
opposable,
apart and it's just like bleeding.
the opposable thumbs of the bovine world.
Yeah, that's how she carries her bucket. It's one of those metal buckets with the thin wire handles.
Yeah.
She just scoops it up.
So, what do they look like?
Well, they were like about yay big. They had like little wings like this big. I don't know how they were flying. Like the wings, scientifically, the wings weren't large enough to support the mass. And then they had like little horns came out, and they had like a little giggle, and they just came in and they just stabbed him up.
You sure they weren't bumblebees?
No, the wrong colour.
Yeah.
It sounds to me. It just sounds to me like a little imp.
There's a reason.
Shit, I'm really sorry to anyone who's watching this.
There's a reason why I didn't bother keeping with the action.
I think you should.
Maybe then. Sure.
Is that your name or?
I was going for the whole Dwayne Rock thing.
I pity the. Oh wait, no, sorry.
Yeah, wrong character.
That was 18, right? Okay.
Show off. No, I'm not
Can
doing
you
it.
smell?
So can you help me?
I can smell what you.
Yeah, well, we can help you. There's price involved with everything.
Yeah, I paid. I put a deposit down with the league.
Ah, see, that's where your problem is. But deposit with the league, it's it's paying the management before the contractors have actually showed up. You got to deal with the contractors.
It's a scam!
Sort of thing. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, we can come to a little bit of an arrangement, you and I. I mean, what do you farm? What do you...
Cabbages.
My cabbage.
Cabbages are on the treasure list, just for the airbended reference. so the farmer could come in and just like, my cabbages!
You guys are getting paid.
But, aren't we? Yeah, I'm sure we are.
At this point, I'm going to uncamouflage out of being a stool.
So I'm going to be sitting on your
Lap in a minute, probably.
Let's go.
Let's go. Watch out for my Woody. Wait.
Bound to happen.
Look, it's no good when someone's best mate gets fucking done in by a bunch of drongos.
Alright, we're doing it wrong.
Yeah. I had a best friend once. I'm going to turn and there's going to be like, it's going to grey all behind me as I turn away from everyone and the music slows and the wind blows and my leaves start to flow. I had a best friend once.
Was his name Russell?
Almost. His name was Trussell. Yeah.
You got turned into a table.
Yeah, against his will. He would have done it willingly, but
I pull out my violin and
A
start
group of
doing
yeah.
A group of wild pigs
to
killed
go
him.
with this.
they took the bloody... They came in, the forestry folk. They just... Oh, the screams. Screams. Oh, Trussell. That day forth I vow never see another friend go again and to help anyone in need. I fling the corks.
A few flies try to get at your face where they get confused by the corks.
Match made in
We'll worry about payment later. I always get paid, you see. For I'm not called Spruce Darkblade for no reason.
That's what your mother called you, huh?
The farmer NPC one just looks like really confused.
I think you've changed your last name.
No. I've always been Darkblade.
It was Barkblade earlier.
Oh, yeah, shit.
Once
Barkblade.
again,
Family name is very important.
Family name is very important to me.
There's consistency.
I think we're all going to have it tonight.
Oh my god.
Continuity area number 1.
Well, where's your wife?
Back at my farm,
There's the
digging a grave for...
The only other witness to this event, we probably should speak to her.
I mean, if you think... I mean, you're the experts. I know the League only hires the best.
Well, maybe we should
Experts is a broad term.
gather ourselves some food and then head over. And this is accent's getting terrible. I'd like to order a sausage sandwich with sauce, please.
66
and blame myself.
66 and still sexy.
I'll take a shot. Shake a shot.
$66. Yes, I'd like to have some lunch, and then we'll find your wife.
Alright.
Fucking hell.
Is your partner watching this? She might, probably call you up later and go, get home now.
If you know my partner.
She will care.
Segue, we watched 5 minutes of James Bond the other night. She's never watched James Bond. When Sean Connery said to one of the officers, off you go now, love, it's men's work now.
Oh,
That was enough for her, that's done. We've never watched it
You
anymore.
probably should not have started with Sean Connery.
Anyway,
Well, I'll go back and tell the missus that we'll have company after you've eaten.
yes, after our sausage sandwich.
Alright.
We had them earlier.
He sort of puts his cap on. And,
There are no final
leaves.
So, before you leave, Mr. NPC1,
Yeah.
where is your house?
That's after.
He gives you directions to his house. It's
Cool.
just outside of town to the north.
So, my lovely lady behind the bar. I'm sure you can maybe rustle up a little bit of food for the rest of us for no price whatsoever.
Well, I don't know about no price.
Oh, sunglasses. Always wear sunglasses now.
But if you've got the coin,
Well, I'm sure there's something we could work out between us.
do have a stack of dishes out back that need cleaning.
Well, there's some... Oh, dude.
Hey, you started this.
Try not to do sexual puns, but I'm sure I can clean your dishes for you. There should be a little shy deal. But I'm definitely using my trope here because I want to. Because my trope is seduce the dragon, and the hell, I just want to seduce something.
Cool. All right. Roll your drama.
I think it's a 10.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
10.
yeah.
But you can bring up your stat sheet so people at home can see it. So, people at home watching, when the stat sheet pops up, is everything broken again now, has it?
Intermission.
The folder's gone blind again.
Frustrating.
There you go.
So, as a Casanova, every character has 4 stats. They have athletics, brains, combat, and drama. And each stat has a different dice that the players will roll to try and use those skills. Every challenge, the number they have to get is 5. And if they can justify using their trope, which is at the bottom of the info sheet there, they get to roll the dice twice and add them together.
So I'm doing a small... Basically, I just wanted to roll dice to see how this
Yeah,
works.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to try and seduce. That's a 7.
Cool, you can roll twice. Not that it matters because there's no extra
It's a
things.
6.
So 13 total.
Yep.
I don't know how sexual I should get on this. What's the rating of this show?
18 plus.
How about I make you a little snack now, and then you come back later and give me a little snack.
Wow, or a big snake by losing.
I think maybe...
Nothing
And
little.
she pointedly looks at your crotch when she says little snack.
Oh!
She is the offspring of a succubus.
That's right. I'm an ogre, and yeah, I'm sure you know it's not to scale.
I'm not overcompensating for
Well, maybe we could have a little bit of a midnight snack between us.
So what do you want to eat?
How about you give me some sausage now and I'll give you something.
Go for it.
Hang on, can you do that in the voice?
Yes, it has to be the
Give
voice.
me some sausage now. I'm sure we can sort out some sausage for later.
Superb.
She runs her hand down your arm, feeling your biceps, which I think with your athletics is not too bad.
Yeah.
And then she goes out the back.
Excellent.
An appropriate amount of time to heat some sausages. Later, she comes back out. An extra button is undone on her blouse.
Which one?
The bottom.
Yeah, that's
She's let the gun out.
You're all in love, yeah?
Casual.
She sits down this massive, like that long sausage on just a single sausage on a plate.
Is it dripping with like some cream on one end?
It's just smothered in gravy.
That's certainly significant
Cheese.
sausage.
It's Cranksky.
Sort of
Cream
raises
cheese.
her,
It's a sausage
gives
full
you
of
a
cream
little
cheese.
eyebrow raise.
Sort of. Well,
You all get a sausage on a plate as well, but yours are just small.
Yeah.
I'm at this time. I've headed out.
Got me a
And
cocktail.
just
Little Frankfurter.
Bessie turns a little green and slides it over towards the rat. You look famished. You could have that dairy.
Oh, thanks.
Perhaps it's possible for a plant-based substitute.
Right, the new rule of the game is no accents. Hey, I made this game. I can make the rules. No, it's fine. Only do accents that you can do.
Then I'm good. It's
I'm well within my range.
Oh no.
But
I'm loving this. Mario. What are you doing? Mo.
you said there's like the stairs and the railing, right?
Yeah, leading up to where the rooms are.
I'm totally just like leaning over the railing and then we haven't got much time. There's smell in the air. It's almost like there's foul things. Oh, but that's you, is it, Malaria? Oh, okay.
It's my BO!
I was actually wondering whether you were trying to get us back onto the question of that.
I just cut out all this filler that I was going to add.
Have you ever played with us before?
No, that's why it's literally, there's nothing.
But I mean, while up on the balcony, somehow there's wind as well. There's always wind wherever I need to be.
Tree breeze.
Yeah, tree breeze.
Is that you again?
Yes.
Yes.
Can't help it.
Cool, so you finish your sausages for those
It
that
was
eat
a
sausages.
sausage!
It's a tasty sausage.
Yeah.
I've been told.
Alright, easy,
Sure.
ease off now.
Yeah, sure. Now we've satisfied our shopper. Shall we seek this certain... No. Shall we find Mr. Farmer? An NPC one.
Let's go!
I guess we must.
I love that every sentence has to start with let's up. or I'm a.
It's a racist!
Is it inappropriate? If you lose your arms, are you mute?
Alright,
It's called a gesticulating!
Sorry, DM. Right.
I'm not a DM, that's purely
GM
D&D.
tonight.
I think I put Story Weaver in the PDF.
Dreamweaver.
Yeah, thanks, Garth Marenghi.
So yeah, you make your way out to the farm. As you arrive, you can hear, as you get closer, you can hear a mournful song being played on bagpipes. And as you approach the farm, the farmer is there with this little dog-sized coffin, and he's doing a slow march towards a hole in the ground further up, and his wife is behind him playing the bagpipes.
Nice.
I take my hat off and put it over what would be metaphorically my heart, and another hat grows back in the process.
Excellent. You should pass the hats
It's
around.
true. I've heard that song too many times.
And you watch as a beautiful funerary service takes place for the farmer's happy dog, and then when they finish the
As the service is
30
finishing.
minute eulogy on all the dog's best qualities, they come over to
Yeah,
you.
as they start to finish, I lay my violin case down on the ground, open, play my repeating crossfire, bow, fire. Shot over.
The mafia.
Farmer gives a little salute.
I've shed a single sap tear.
It's still just stuck.
It's just stuck out here.
I've oozed various bodily fluids.
The farmer and his wife come over and
I've wept, but not from my eyes.
thank you for waiting respectfully. We're ready to. My wife's ready to answer any questions.
She a female? Like, is she a female? Is she,
What
is she human?
She's also human. Yes.
Okay.
Generic NPCs are typically human unless
That's
described otherwise.
You assumed her gender and her pronoun. In one go.
Hey, never said that. Never said
This is
that
a
Bruce
different
was a
universe,
woke
man.
tree. Okay.
Eyes on you.
Sorry. Well, can you take us to the scene of this tragic event?
So that was a burp. All right, yeah, this way. It leads you to the little whispers going on over here.
Now I'm just wondering if his cousin's that tree with all the birds in it. Russell Crowe.
I told you, Trussell is dead.
Trussell Crowe.
So yeah, it leads you over to the farmhouse. So yeah, they and you can see that their a window has been partially boarded up, and there's some broken glass on the ground. Yeah, so they flew through the window like little cannonballs, and then they just buzzed around, and then they descended on Happy Dog, and he leads you in, and he shows you a little dog bed that's soaked in blood.
I'm gonna go over there and put my hand in the blood. Yeah, it's definitely blood. Definitely dog blood.
I'm more disturbed how you know it's dog blood.
I'm a rat.
Was it a magic or some blades so close? Big gnashing of teeth.
No, they had like little daggers.
And you saw them.
Yeah, we were just, and he points over to a little table. There's a couple of upturned chairs because they
Yeah.
fixed the window before they turned the chairs upright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, where have you been sitting these days?
But like, only happened yesterday.
My God, they're quick.
Uh,
I turned into a Russian.
how high is the ceiling?
All these important questions.
It's like 8 foot to use D&D terms. About, yeah, let's just say it's the same as this room.
Is it about 8 foot? Yeah, it's about 8 foot.
Okay.
The standard room height.
Generic
room height.
I'm going to, seeing this tragic
Just type the
scene,
code in.
can I like beautiful minds this shit and get on the roof? And I'm going to access my inner tragedy, being broodingly darkly. And can I ascertain any clues as to this scene in my experience of tragedy of dogs being killed? Best friends being killed, I should say. Like I want to go up there and just, it's all going to turn grey again behind me, the wind's going to blow, and I'm going to,
Point of order, Dan. Can he darkly brood from the top of a building when it's daytime?
Yes.
If when he does anything, it turns grey behind him, yes, it's grayscale.
Yeah.
What skill would you like to use for this?
I believe they call it noir.
Yeah. Is there a noir skill?
What do you feel is more appropriate for what you're trying to achieve?
Bruce Willis.
You justify it.
Yeah. No, it's drama. It's 100% drama.
Yep. Cool. So roll me some drama with your.
It's going to be
trope.
it's my lowest stat.
I know.
But I'm going to utilise the shit out of drama.
I didn't screenshot my.
Oh, it's a 4. So I roll it twice.
Yep. So yeah, you're gonna get it.
I know my
Two fours.
Nice. So yeah, everything goes black and white, and your branches reach out and sort of touch the wind.
And I, again, pull back to the screams of Trussell.
Yeah.
Like power sword.
So yeah, that'll cinematically that'll plays out, and then you sort of shake your head and focus on what's going on, and like cinematically you can see like these shadows of these demons flying over the field and then straight through the window, and then you can hear this tussling going in the house, and they fly back out and back the way they came.
Yeah, and there's like yelps, and and oh no, happy dog. Like,
Whilst this is all happening, like I'm watching him up in the rafters, sort of like going, oh no. I'm just sitting next to the bed, just.
No, it wouldn't be just like, oh no, it'd be like, oh, Struth. Oh no. Crikey.
Flat neck.
Stone the flaming crows! Oh!
And you sort of,
you glass.
and it's the screams from inside the house as the demons fly away sort of morph back into the chainsaw sounds, and you hear a big timber as you go back to your normal
Again,
out of your vision.
a single sap tear.
Starting to stack up.
It starts catching up to the other one. It's still slowly.
There's like a build-up of them, like, just here.
You go clean them off every day.
Does it
There's a little chisel just to clear them off.
Does the vision finish with like guns, futures in Tasmania?
I was going to make a guns reference earlier, actually, but I didn't expect to go there.
Some people wouldn't get it watching.
Yeah.
Like all the rest of the stuff.
Anyway, so...
Like everything.
So yeah, from that you've gleaned, you know the direction that the demons came and went.
Well, in my experience of sights I've seen, this indeed was a demon attack. Do you know anything about your fellow kin that could help us? They've made their way... What direction is it?
South.
Sure.
So the way we came.
Yeah.
Okay. Go on, say it. Ah!
A demon kin will only travel back to the way they were summoned from, yeah?
Yeah?
Yeah!
I think
Let's add some more trophy voices.
I've become Eastern European. I don't know, I'm Eurotrash, huh?
I may be Southern Baltics.
Who knows?
You're European. We'll just stay with
My ding ding dong.
Alright.
Show us.
I'm gonna head out.
I'm done.
So the suspect started to shuttle south from here.
Sorry.
A
Straight on.
suspect started to shuttle south from here.
Do I have to say it?
Yes.
And then let's go!
Off we go then.
When I landed from the roof, I've done like a real edgy, like, superhero landing, and I've gone like that, and I've looked up.
I'm
Cool.
going to
You're basically a tree version of Gary from Final Space.
I'm gonna-
aren't you?
Yes.
sneak out of the house
Mhm.
and head back to the grave.
Two.
Start digging it up.
What is your trope? Oh, no, your trope.
Can't stop, won't stop.
I mean, he's living up to it.
Cool. Alright, you dig up the coffin.
Yeah, I'm gonna inspect the body. First off,
What are you looking for?
just like how many like stab wounds and like just checking to see like how deep the wounds are and things like that. And
The wounds
his
are
name?
about
Rupert?
yay,
yeah,
and there's you stopped counting at like 100 stabs.
Rupert, this is not necessary!
Also, next to the dog corpse, there are a couple of little like dog-sized medals, like first place happiest dog. They've buried the trophies with him,
It's
so
like
the dog
Pharaoh.
could take
It's like
him into
Pharaoh.
the
He's-
afterlife.
Yeah, taking
Haven't you heard? You got to leave the sleeping dog alive!
Can I make a request? Is there going to be any vote at some point?
Wow.
Probably not.
Okay.
I think we made a terrible mistake, Rex.
Yes.
Can't leave those for them. Take all the medals. And I've got like you said like we had like a bag or whatever for
Yeah, you've got a
non-essential-
backpack of survival essential gear, but mechanically in-game non-functional gear.
Cool. With over 100 stab wounds, I imagine that one of the legs is probably not so well attached anymore.
You can have the tail.
Have the tail?
Yeah, the tail was always wagging. That tail never stopped, even while he
It's worn.
slept.
It had worn down.
Down the joint.
Yeah.
That's why it fell off.
Horribly arthritic.
Take that for a snack.
However, the muscle level is huge.
It's a beefy tail.
It's going to be chewy.
Can we just talk to the
Bury
stream
the
for about
bury
5
again.
seconds about how Reese almost set his face on fire today?
Later.
We'll do that later.
We'll do that at the break.
We'll do that at the end of the stream. Stay tuned if you want to find out about Reese burning himself.
There's a reason he's wearing a thing.
It's covered in smoke.
Alright, so your let's going. Where are your let's going to?
I believe it's Let to Go.
First of all, how's the farmer and his wife?
They're a bit upset still. They're grieving.
Seeing the dog being.
I left.
They're inside. They haven't seen this.
Yeah.
I snuck out whilst you guys were chatting.
Mate, they're grieving. If it's anything for you to take advantage of.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Menage a trois?
Mr. Farmer, I believe there may be a way you can help us. Maybe have a look in the barn and see what supplies you can provide for us to track down these demons.
Alright, like what sort of supplies you
Shovel,
after?
a sling, a scythe.
I've got a shovel right here.
Sorry.
There's a shovel leaning up against next to the door.
That they dug the dog's grave with?
Is it a wooden handle?
I'm sorry, but it's not a spade.
No, it's a shovel.
Yeah, I would have called it a spade if it was.
Oh God.
But you said a shovel would be handy.
A spade, but rather a spade, a scythe, and a sling. Some supplies.
Sort of. It's so many.
Supplies!
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Well, yeah. I mean, why don't you come out and we can have a look and you can just tell me what's handy.
Is the house made of wood too?
Yes.
I touch it and listen to its voice. I'm like, oh no, Sparkly, you didn't have to go out like this.
No, fuck.
Maybe our ship-smelling companion here will head up with you and have a look.
Then let's go!
Desperately. We must leave.
Yeah. All right.
Say the words.
This way. I'll show you the barn. He leads you out to the barn and.
Within a microsecond. Show my lady. I hear that nights on the farm are quiet, lovely.
I'm not so lonely with my husband.
Wow. I'm sure we can make it less lonely. A little bit more excitement in your life.
Me and my husband have been looking for a lover.
Oh, well, sure. I'm always happy for a little bit more excitement.
Sometimes he likes to watch. Sometimes I like to watch.
Maybe.
What was that?
What was that one?
I think it was something about the happy dog. That's all I heard.
I said there's a reason Happy Dog was so happy.
Well, maybe we can arrange a situation where you can both watch.
I'm studying to be a dog trainer.
Well, we tried that.
Is there anything you'd really like to tell me, though? Something your husband might not have wished to explain? Is there a secret that he hasn't mentioned? Who's really wishing for this dog to be killed?
Well, we reckon it's that second placer.
Has your dog been out at night?
What are you implying about my dog?
Well,
My dog was a wholesome lad.
I'm sure he was. I'm just checking to see whether there may be some other illegitimate puppies that may have had not the chance to be raised the same as your happy dog and lived a life of destitution on the streets and wants to seek revenge upon his father who abandoned him as a child.
No, we had his balls cut off as a puppy.
That was fucking brilliant.
Excellent. I'm glad we have that situation covered then. That is all.
We are responsible pet owners.
Well, that is all, my lady. Unless you would like some sweet sex.
Maybe when the husband comes back.
Well, let's find the killer of your dog and then we can... etc.
Yeah, alright, cool.
I think that's it. It's funny
before the
killing your dog back. Bessie leaves.
Let's no better aphrodisiac.
I was told we had to play to our tropes, okay?
You have to play to your archetype, which is the same
The
thing.
same.
Your archetypes are tropes.
Yeah. Okay, I'm done with a little bit now. Someone else.
So you get led to the barn. So yeah, help yourself to anything you think would be handy for the mission.
I'm pretty self-sufficient. No one told me what I'm supposed to be doing. I guess I'll grab some. I've got rope. I have my little bells and my little sashes. And how are you anyway?
Well, I mean, my dog just got killed.
Yes, apart from that,
Well, I mean,
what do you farm? A cabbage?
cabbage.
How a cabbage farm?
How?
Hey, how's it going?
Oh well, pretty good, I suppose.
When's the harvest?
Couple of months away.
A bigger harvest, a smaller harvest this year, a good year, bad year?
Pile of cabbages worth of a harvest.
It's a little cabbage. It's a couple of cabbage.
Would you like to end?
No, I'm trying to make a conversation about a cabbage. We could make some.
And tropes don't
I'm
help.
sure you could.
What did you eat with the? Can I touch a cabbage?
If you think it will help the investigation.
It probably will help to get yes.
Do you get nervous parts?
You're alright.
Have you got the gloves? For my hands, you see, when I touch things, they die.
I mean, if it's all the same, maybe don't touch the cabbage.
Just a little one.
Alright, I'll get you a cabbage instead of taking you to the cabbages.
That seems fair.
And he trundles off to the cabbage fields and brings back an undersized, underdeveloped cabbage.
Are people buying this? The
Well,
cabbage?
Well, if it's going to just die when you touch it, probably not.
I reach out and touch it and it just withers into this. Yes. I best not touch your cabbages.
Maybe don't go into the cabbage fields.
Which way is the cabbage field? South?
Which
way south from here?
No, south is actually back towards town. Or back towards the tavern. I didn't really say there was much of a town, but there's a town.
It's just a town.
Generic town.
It's probably best I avoid...
Or if it's,
I avoid the cabbage like the plague?
or yeah, that's probably good.
I make a joke, it's funny.
Oh.
I'm not really sure why we came to the barn. I'm pretty sure the big ogre friend wanted to have sex with your wife.
Oh well, we better not. Not when I'm not there.
Oh, you into that kind of stuff, huh?
I mean, we dabble.
Ooh.
Sometimes she likes to watch. Sometimes I like to watch.
I'm not into that, but I don't kink shame, yeah? Oh, different accent.
Roll a dice for your accent.
Okay! It's a Eurotrash! Let's...
Alright, so we wrap up this movie.
Yeah.
Let's go!
Feel free to move us on at any point.
And you follow using your drama tracking skills.
I've got a tail now that I'm just sort of nibbling on, like it's a piece of corn.
No.
Around the bone.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Please tell me it's moving.
I feel like, yeah, having contacted Niles Barkley, I'm like, Niles, which way did they go? Tell me. Peace, brother.
But does that make him crazy?
I remember
So-
when...
You follow the tracks.
I've also figured out how I store things on my persons.
Mhm.
I've just got like a drawer that just opens up from my crotch.
Like a fanny pack.
Yeah, like it just kind of like... I'm just
Yeah,
like reach.
so-
Oh, I thought it was like a pull-out
Yeah, I was saying you draw.
Draw.
Yeah, I mean,
Camera 3.
they're both funny.
I'm hoping for a draw, so maybe sometimes the potato mashes the wrong way. You can't. Yeah.
In the midst of battle.
All right. Let's tone that down.
Sorry. Sorry.
That
So-
wasn't actually a sexual draw.
Sorry.
Yes, it looked very sexual.
It did. Sorry, as soon as I did it. Anyway.
Let's move to
So
Zora.
you follow the tracks and they lead to a farm to the south of the village that looks almost identical to the farm you just came from, except it's clearly lettuces in the field, not cabbages.
Oh, expensive farm.
Yeah, these are the rich bastards.
Do they have... is there a dog nearby?
You look around and you see that
I guess you would know because it would bark.
the farmer
Oh.
is in the process of boarding up one of his windows, and you can see some broken glass at the base of the window.
Something tells me this isn't right.
Is the glass on the outside of the window?
There's a little bit, but most of it would be
No,
inside,
I'll just head
because
straight
it
over.
would go a little bit both ways. But
Like a. I
Um,
guess we go knock on the door.
where's the
so he's
slide?
outside. He's in the process of putting.
there's
Is the house made of wood?
Yes.
And you go to knock on...
No, I'm gonna go walk up to the thing. Excuse me, sir.
Or you go to...
Hello.
We are hunting some little baseball-sized, cabbage-sized, impy demon things.
Well, I don't know anything about cabbage-sized impy things, but there was some lettuce-sized impy things here.
Lettuce. How is your dog?
He's dead.
Oh.
How do you know about that?
We have just come from your neighbor. His dog has also passed away.
There's a lot of it going around.
Oh, I was going to go over there and give him a piece of my mind. I thought it killed my dog.
Yeah, certainly a
And
dog
it's-
day.
It was an happy dog.
How happy
was
a dog?
his.
It was been runner-up for the last 4 years in the world's happiest dog, but this was going to be his year. His tail was wagging a lot faster than it had in previous years, and his yap was a lot more chipper.
I
you
throw away the
know-
tail. I throw away the bone of the tail. Oh, you got another happy little dog, right?
Do you know any sad dogs?
Well,
I see what your supposition is suggesting.
no, none of my dogs have ever been sad.
What about around town and the outskirts? A bit of what's the word I'm looking for here? More sad dog.
Or maybe some of the like stray dogs in town might be sad. I suppose. I don't know if living on the street would make you sad.
We're more as owner with the owner. Make the owner with the bad dog. You got a good dog and a happy dog.
Oh no,
Whose dog came last?
well
Who is the world's saddest dog?
Is there specifically shag spaniel? or a sullen sausage dog?
oh God.
A down Dalmatian?
Oh, stop it, please.
I guess I roll some dice, huh?
A dreary Josh home.
Well, I mean, we're the only happy dog competition competitors in town.
So it's just the two of you.
Second place is last place.
Runner up is last
No,
place.
it's a worldwide competition.
But how big is it?
You'd speak of the moon.
I'm the moon.
Settle down.
So, yeah, it's a worldwide competition, you're saying.
Yeah, haven't you heard of it?
Who supplies the prizes?
The League of Happy Dog Ownership Committee.
I take that to DM.
You just do this at every character. So
Cross that out. Cross that out.
where is the League of Happy Dogs based? Is this something we could perhaps, speak to someone there?
Yeah, suppose.
Oh, why would a dog be sad?
That's why I've got
How you seen the world today?
I've got like a flyer with the Home Office address on it.
Sorry, I just kept flicking back into Illusion or Fly. So it was one of the demons.
So yeah, he goes inside and gets you a little pamphlet, which is like the registration form for World's Happiest Dog Competition.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got an address. It's in another town. It's in another city, a ways away.
It's an entirely different continent.
No.
Is there
It's a couple of days' travel together.
Is there a local contact?
No.
Sort of looking to him, sort of, can we see the body? Needed to ascertain the cause of death.
I think I will do a bippity boppity boo on the body.
I mean, yeah, it's
It's literally his drone.
He's still in the house. We haven't had the heart to touch him yet.
I will do a magic, try to discern the means at which these were summoned. With a bippity boppity boo by going...
Good thing he's already
Magic
dead,
words.
because if you touch
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I can't touch the dead beast. I will crumple my sagebrush around the dog and then go...
You've got a quarter of the 11 secret herbs and spices, mate.
I've got all the secret herbs and spices. It both makes my flavour so tangy. Or that's the mould.
Or something.
Who knows? And yeah, I want to discern... Maybe I won't... It's not really going, and the bippity boppity boo doesn't really work, because I will just try and... I should have done it with the other one as well, but I want to discern like where... If these were magically summoned, or if they're just like someone's like familiars and they're just showing up, or they were found, because demons are weird like that, because I know these things, because I was a god once.
I mean, it's hard. It would be hard to ascertain that sort of information from the corpse, because they've obviously come here and left again. You would know that there's the demons that are summoned, and they serve whoever's summoned them as long as the rules of the contract are obeyed. Then there's those that have been banished here, and then there's and they sort of come into two sort of categories. You've got your lone demon, who they'll stake out a lair, and it will be their domain. And then you've got your sort of more trooping ones, which will flock together. They're usually your lesser ones. They'll either flock around the lone one, or they'll create their own little commune area, gang.
Covenant.
Can I scry for any remnant magical power that's probably going from their wound?
Without doing, because we don't need to roll for stuff like this. There's the
any residual that I could possibly use to scry.
Oh, scrying's a different matter.
My scrying is like one of those little Y sticks that they use for water dowsing.
Oh, so dowsing. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. What stat would you like to use for that? And if you can and want to try to justify using bippity boppity boo,
it'd be a bit tough. I'll probably have to go. What are the stats of combat, athletics, drama, and
Brains.
ABCD.
This would be brains.
Yep.
This would definitely be brains, which is an 8, I think. Yeah. Brains. Yes. I think I can bippity boppity boo this.
Yep.
By... I'll just really put all my power into this dowsing stick to try and draw any form of magic residual in, particularly the body, but maybe the surrounding area just a little bit, to see if I can at least get a direction to which they went, but anything stronger would be just a little added bonus.
I think how you do your dowsing is sort of to the beat of bippity boppity boo.
Bippity boppity boo.
Like not so yeah.
Not bippity boppity boo.
You can.
I'm looking for you.
You can. It can be the magic words you say.
I hope so.
Cool. All right.
Now,
Yeah.
It is now.
Roll the 2d8 and add them together.
where's my D8?
Just quickly while
7.
he's doing this, I go up to the wooden house
And
and
a
I
9.
go, "Oh, Cypress Mill, not you too."
He was insane, we know.
What
They
did
took
you
your
get?
brain.
16.
Yep. Cool. You can just tell me if you get over 5 or not, because 5's the number.
Alright.
Cool. So you do your bippity boppity boo. I see you, and
I'm looking for you.
I'm looking for you. And in a particular direction, you almost yanked off your feet in that direction.
Oh!
It'd be I don't know, southwest.
Oh!
Just make it up. It's a direction. The direction's not important as long as it's not the back of the way you came. Should write notes of which directions I say.
So far, it's just
So
south.
you end up leading us in a circle.
South. It's southwest now.
Oh.
Are there any cows on this farm?
It's a lettuce farm.
It's a
They'll eat
lettuce
the
farm.
You never know. They got to get.
Are you using your bigger brain, Bessie?
Yes, there is a cowfolk farmhand working the fields.
Oh,
He gives a little bellow and wipes the sweat from his brow.
Reginald.
Bessie wanders over. Clang, 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 clang. Just like-
He's actually wearing clothes as well.
Please tell me the
What's your
overall.
point?
No, because you're saying how there's nothing that fits you, being a cowfolk.
Oh, no, Bessie was saying there's nothing.
Yeah, no,
that
that's
fits
what I
her.
mean. Yeah. So I thought he's wearing the pants with the suspenders but no shirt.
You there?
Arseless chaps.
Can this be a mill?
That's what the other farmer will wear when he gets back.
Young man!
Hello,
Hello!
hello.
I was wondering, did
Where
you...
back?
What?
Sorry.
Have you seen any demons?
No,
None at all?
no,
Not even little ones?
no. Time to move.
I was waiting for it.
I was just hoping this was the cover of a Mills and Boone book.
Well, he looks like he is.
Yeah.
Is it called Move Over?
Is he...
Move Over My Valentine?
Is he just simple?
Yeah, he seems
Move
pretty
over my
simple.
boat.
Yeah, okay.
He's a farmhand.
Yep.
Apologies to any farmhands who watch.
Any farm hands from a medieval fantasy setting, we apologise
Who
if we
happen to be
offended you.
cowfolk.
Who happen to be a cow. We apologise if we have offended
Or someone from Europe?
you. Or
Sean Connery.
Or Sean Connery? I'm
Or
sure
Disney.
I'm sure he wouldn't give
Alright.
a shit.
Australians don't give a shit over there, so that's fine.
Okay, then, dearie. Do you want some milk?
Okay.
Hands over the bucket.
And he, one hand, just drinks it. It all pours down his sweaty chest.
Ears flapping in the wind.
Fabio hair flaps
Yeah.
in the breeze.
Oh, he's a shaggy cow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just on the hair. Just
Been
it's got a
clear.
nice
Yep.
Bills and Moon mane.
Yeah.
And yes, it's... Thank you!
From,
No worries,
from
plenty-
over the farmhouse you hear, wow.
Plenty more where that came
He's got
from.
the moves.
For the sake of speeding the shit up,
Excellent.
I will now remove all the players from the game.
suddenly the pamphlet gives a little doo-doo-doo. Attention all competitors to the Happy Dog competition. There has been an alarming number of Happy Dog competition dogs being murdered by demons. This seems to be due to the demon war in which the leader of the human resistance against the demons, codename is Happy Dog.
was just so simple!
Please keep your dogs safe. And good luck in the competition. Doo doo doo.
Well, I think we can all head back now and claim our reward. Problem solved.
Well, that's not much of a bad idea, because that subbuttrist back at the Apparently, I think I was trying to say succubus and seductress at the same time.
Succubus.
She might know where these demons have gone.
Well, that can be quite annoying. I never have any intention of following through with my promises. So I'd rather not have to go back.
You do know the direction they went by the dowsing.
Which was the south and west? Which way is the tavern?
A bit north.
It is the wrong way.
These things are on opposite sides of town.
We went
south
to
from
get
the other
here.
one.
Okay.
Yeah.
You went north from the tavern to the first farm, and then south from the first farm to the, which would have taken you back past the tavern.
Right.
So
They're opposite ends of town.
out of character, but slightly within the same group of. No, come on. Just because you prick, I'm going to start again. We think we look for Mr. Happy Dog, or look for these the demon things, and probably die.
A happy dog.
Let's find a happy dog.
I think from the way the announcement came over, I think it's the Game Master giving us a hint to head in that direction.
I'll
Just
take that to
crossed off.
players.
Confused demons destroyed Happy Dog. That was what I rolled. That's what I tied together last night, that the leader of the resistance would be called Happy Dog, and that's why the Happy Dogs are being killed. Because the demons are confused.
I'm glad that this announcement actually came through. My first thought was to seek down the people who are running the cat show.
Alright, so I'm just going to railroad you right now.
Thank you.
Excellent.
You find the location of where you need to travel. You travel to the location, and you arrive at the base of this mountain. On the top of the mountain is this spiraling tower that disappears up into the clouds. At the bottom of the mountain is a camp that looks like a little resistance fighter camp. And we're going to take a break, and we'll pick up when we get back from the break.
Let's go.
All right, guys, we'll be right
Thanks
back.
for sticking around, anybody that's been putting up with this.
Oh my god.
If you have any questions about the
Or if you need trauma
the
counselling.
game, no, we're not qualified for that. If you have any questions about the game, chuck them in chat, and we'll answer them when we get back. If you do need counselling, please seek the appropriate professionals.
I'll put Nate's phone number up.
And we'll be back in 10, 15-ish minutes.
Yeah, hey.
Be right back, guys.
For sticking around.
Bye.
Hello!
Hello.
We're back.
Welcome back. Let me just finish chewing.
Got over the tree out there for a minute.
When we last saw our heroes, I feel like I need to change the description for the blurb at the start to be aspiring heroes, like you want to be heroes.
Yep.
I think wannabe heroes that works.
Want to be, not wanna be.
Just quickly, Nitra, we did have a whole cabbages moment. It might have been just before you came in, though.
That was the previous farm.
I'm sure it was.
Cabbages were literally mentioned in a homage to the My Cabbages guy.
Yep, that.
And then I killed the cabbage.
On the table that I roll to decide what the treasure is that has been crimed, cabbages is an option just for the sake of My Cabbages.
Yep.
All right, so you've arrived at the camp at the base of the mountain with a tower on the top that goes up into the clouds. There's a couple of guards on duty at the camp gate.
What sort of guys are
Well,
that?
that was an exciting couple of days.
The guards are
Oh, that dowsing stick works wonders.
both Discord. What did I roll?
So,
They're both devil folk. Fucking hell. Rolling a lot of devil folk.
Thematically appropriate.
Devil folk are very prominent in this part of the world.
This has been a couple of days' travel to get to where you are.
What about that fight with the goblins?
So these look like your
Shipper.
These look like your stereotypical tieflings, with the red skin, long horns, forked tail.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're surprised to see us here, but we're just wondering. Are you a good boy? Or is there a good boy?
Excuse me.
A good dog?
He's looking for a happy dog.
Do I need to give you a bit of a scritch?
What business do you have with Happy Dog?
Our demons have been killing happy dogs.
About what?
We want to stop the happy dog die.
There seems to be a bit of a misunderstanding. For we've been tasked. I'm one going to Patrick Stewart. We've been tasked with finding the person who's been killing all the happy dogs, the good boys, not the proud boys, the good boys. And the dogs have been dying around the place, and apparently someone who's been set the demons upon the good dog. Happy dog. Lucky dog.
If it's demons you're after, there's plenty up the mountain.
And, well, this is slightly awkward.
We're clearly devils, you dickhead.
I'm certainly sorry.
It's okay. It happens all the time.
I'm sure. So, you're
My hyper breath.
Pestilence.
so perhaps you could give us a bit of a rundown on what it is you're doing here.
Eons ago, when the world was young.
There it is.
I'm just bringing out all of my classic NPCs.
Yeah.
No, so he gives you a brief rundown on the history of the war with the demons.
Mm-hmm.
These are they've only seen the trooping demons, the lesser demons, but these are clearly exiles that have found a place to live and they've been causing havoc. And the local communities called the Bannermen to come, and they're led by Happy Dog, who they try to keep the demons contained in the mountain and occasionally send up parties to try and cull the demons.
So, it appears that your enemies are tasked themselves with killing the happy dog, but unfortunately have managed to kill all the other dogs in the area. Award-winning dogs. These are prize winners. Dogs that have gone on to have their lives taken from them before all the opportunities of future and drama could have laid out before them. We see this is a travesty.
He is eating like rations while he's doing. Why are you talking so?
Your leader we should be taking to your leader the first opportunity, the sausage sandwich or short, to get us there. I'm trying desperately to get my accent back on. Take us to your leader. In the most dramatic way possible, please.
They look at each other, choose a bit out, yeah. This way.
Make it so.
And he just trudges. He doesn't. He's making no show of making it dramatic at all.
I am making it dramatic.
The other guard stays though.
I'm walking with much purpose and dramaticness.
So you can. It's a little like it's a wooden palisade that you that encompasses the camp. There's a few partial buildings made with timber, but mostly it's tents. And he takes you to the centre tent, which is a large tent. Talks to the guard outside the tent, and guard opens the flap of the tent. Yeah, he's in there. I've got to get back to me duties. He trudges off.
Going to stay.
Yep.
Cool. It looks like a stereotypical.
Is it made of wood?
No, the tent's made of tent.
Yeah.
It's actually made of cow.
Yeah, it's made of cowhide.
Horrifying.
This is a lovely room of death.
So there's a war table set up with a map that's just like a hand-drawn picture of it's a triangle with a cylinder on top and some drawn clouds. It's not the most accurate map.
And a little devil.
It's a little stick man with like horns.
Yeah.
I imagine it's the like Grey Devil's emblem with a little bull.
Yep.
And yeah, standing at the war table is a burly fox folk.
I run out.
Full plate. I rolled it up just before we came back from
I fucking leave.
what species he was going to be.
How do I throw a rock first?
And yeah, he's big and burly. He's got plate mail on. And he's got the little stick with the push stick thing, and he's got some crudely carved men symbols. He's just pushing them up the mountain. Like he's like, yes, and his advisors are like, yes, very good.
Yeah, I throw a rock and leave.
Do you want to roll to see if you hit anybody?
Yeah, sure.
Combat.
Combat, which for me I think is a
Ten.
DNA.
Or
Oh no, combat's.
You can bring up the stat, and that would show you exactly.
Oh
what it
yeah,
is.
I can just bring up my own stat, can't I?
It's delayed as it is.
Combat 8. That one there is the D8, isn't it? No, it's a D10. Curses. Fuck, this is
See, the smart ones of us actually just got the dice we needed.
It's a 2.
So you miss.
Yep. I still leave.
It's like so panicked, you just like kind of threw it as you were running. Like
It
as you were
sort of
doing
goes like a foot before it sort of hits the ground and slides across. Like that's how panicked you were in your throat.
Just throw it at the ground.
There's a little bit of a. Well, I suppose it'd be dirt floor, so it wouldn't really make a clang, would it? But it's sort of enough. And all of the advisors and Happy Dog all turn and look at you.
I leave.
Like the party you.
Yeah, I've left.
Ironic, he's called Happy Dog and he's a fox.
I found that ironic when I wrote it.
I had a feeling. I was wondering whether it would be a fox or not.
No, I was pretty happy when I rolled that.
And,
Happy as a dog.
Happy to dog.
It's me, a Manario! The bringer of death.
You're a stain.
The malignant miasma. We come looking for the happy dog.
Don't use that fucking name with me.
And then why are the dogs dying?
Sorry, what?
I'll let my big burly brute explain.
Yes, let me translate in a language that's easier for you to understand.
I'll just show myself out.
We've been tasked with finding who was killing all the happy dogs. And we found at least 2 prize winners killed before we realised that maybe they're after you. Happy dog.
Don't call me that. That's an affectionate name my troops call me.
You're not one of my troops, you don't call me that.
Good boy.
He's right. There's no such thing as happy in this world.
Well, is there any way that I could make that term of affection a little bit more personal between us?
Fuck off.
Well, fair enough.
Decided Happy Dog is asexual.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh dear.
He's not sex repulsed. He's just asexual.
Just for now on.
Oh
Every
dearie,
episode.
dearie, dearie. Life's been hard. Have some milk. Genuinely,
No thanks.
just a little bit.
No, I'm lactose intolerant.
Oh,
I'm also dickhead intolerant. It turns back to you.
I'm sorry for my companion.
Apparently, dickhead's the biggest insult in this world.
Let me talk to you, my burly, handsome, demure
You can call
fox.
you can call me Happy Fox.
Happy fox. What's wrong with happy dog?
That's an affectionate nickname my troops call me, and you're not one of my
You
troops.
know a dog and a fox are not related, yeah?
Yeah, it's an inside joke, you wouldn't understand.
Oh. Oh, well, anyway.
You had to be there.
Right, we've justified all of that.
It just seems we
We're
have
camping, there's no inside jokes.
we have the same goal, somewhat. Shall we cut to the chase, somewhat? And what is up the hill?
Up the mountain.
Yes, that big thing there.
Up the mountain, there's a tower. Up the tower, apparently up in the clouds is where the base of the demons is. We haven't got that way yet.
Oh, where have you been going?
Part way up the tower is about as far as the furthest survivors got back from. Yes.
So, sorry, has he been pushing with that stick? He's been pushing the wooden...
It's been pushing the wooden figurines up the mountain
Yeah.
towards the tower.
I grab the wooden figurines and I go, oh, okay, push, he's got you running up that hill.
You can have a third item slot for that one.
wow.
You can now carry 3 items.
I don't carry any.
I know, it's a bit of a waste, but it's the only bonuses you can get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can go. That is your pick.
I'm going to get that.
These poker lines are pretty good, huh?
We're just losing it.
We peaked at that.
So, your enemy's on top of the hill. Your enemy is sending out demons to kill you and all the other dogs.
I'm not a dog, you dickhead.
Well, I'm afraid
You dingo.
I'm a foxy lady.
It seems that these demons are not as smart as this devil. So they're hunting dogs, but you're a fox, huh?
Last I checked.
Wily like a fox. If you pay me more money, we go up here and we kill the guys. Come on.
Come on!
Yeah.
You want to go up and kill him, you can kill him. If you want to join, if you want to be a recruit, you can become a recruit and get your pay like everyone else.
Yeah, that sounds shitty.
However, if we become a recruit, we can use his affectionate name for
But he's not a dog.
it. Irony.
Idiota.
And that's shitty coming from the shit demon. Devil.
I love that I have to keep having to clear up the distinction.
I feel like you
Just between dog and fox, you know? It's the same. Devil and demon.
Do you have any other suggestions then of what we can do to stop these devils?
Demons.
Can we perhaps railroad ourselves up to the tower?
There's no trains up there.
Ha ha!
But you can kill them is what you can do if you want to stop them from killing.
You're saying they've been using forbidden magics, though, haven't they?
I mean, they are forbidden magics.
I mean, who forbids, you know?
Malaria. Have you heard of the forbidden magic called railroading?
It's malaria.
There was the
I have, it's one of my spells, huh?
the Guinevere Accord says that they're unholy magics.
You want unholy magic? You look at my face, huh? What? Pull my hood off. You see, I turned his milk sour.
Some of the advisors are like,
Yeah, my legs shrivel and I'm like, ah.
Bessie's like, oh no. Turns the bucket upside down to clunk.
Yeah. You've just curdled.
You want to unholy? This is unholy. Oh, there is many holes. Just a little gob of something falls out of my face, drips down my my
Pictorial.
my bit. It falls on the floor and then just kind of off into a
Rolls away.
so viscous.
Happy Fox has just kept the stoic.
I loved him. His name was Diverticulosis. Bye bye.
I think our business here is done. If you get the fuck out of my tent, that'd be great.
Well, I think we will head up the mountain to try and take care of this problem for you. We will be seeking any other forms of support you might be able to provide us.
My support is not stopping you. Now get the fuck out.
Is there anything that might have... Well, we're doing you a favour if we kill them, so... If
You're doing the whole world a favour. Take it up with the League of Heroes.
We're part of the League of Heroes.
When you got a job to do, go do it.
You're not really an engaging character, are you?
There's that spell.
I'm not a yes-and character.
I cast a railroad.
Well, let's find our mouse.
Diverticulosis probably looking for him. Come on.
What have you been doing while all this has been going on?
Please
Just running?
I'm out of the fucking camp. I'm not even in the camp anymore. I fucking left.
That's when you ran up here.
In my panic, I've run towards the fucking spire.
Perfect.
I can't stop.
Are you ready going up the mountain?
Yes.
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 Just speed things up. Sorry, wrong
I
accent.
feel like Diverticulosis has now, followed the tracks.
I'm gonna cast Enlarge on Diverticulosis so we can get on top of my snot slug and ride snot slug up the hill.
Who can get on top?
Everyone can climb on if they want to, but
There we go.
I'm gonna my share.
Right, so you all climb onto the giant snot, laying a blanket down if you need to.
Yep.
Two.
And it's not long, 10-ish minutes before you catch up to
My sandals have turned
Ryan.
into like hiking shoes. I'm climbing up the fucking mountain.
I feel like it's like you put them in gear like on a bike.
God.
Cool. So you catch up to him. What do you talk to him?
You all survived.
Yes, the guy was a bit of an arsehole.
None of you got in.
No.
Not at this stage.
I mean,
Is
it would have been.
Did you kill him?
Not as yet. We have no need to kill him unless he turns out to actually
We'll have to
be
go back for
an
him later.
underdog.
I like to think that no one you've ever met has ever been eaten by a fox folk. But it was like a naughty child
Like a
story your
boogeyman.
mum used to tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you be a good boy or the fox folk will come and gobble you up.
I mean, my brains are only 4.
Like I'm not very mature.
It's something you learned at school that's actually of no rip. It's like stop, drop, and roll, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In case
Duck
you
and
get a
cover.
event.
I sort of like grow an arm down to touch Rodent Ryan on the shoulder and sort of just, I'll never let him take you. I've had too many friends leave me in the past.
I come
Try
and join
again.
us on Diverticulosis, my little mousy friend.
I'm good.
You want to bite?
I just like to think that like you just like put the hand on stays there and you're stuck and then he's like,
And
let's go!
It just starts.
And your sandals turn into roller skates.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
And to which I say,
mountain grade roller skates.
to which I say, mate, are you ready to go?
Skis.
You could just have skis on behind
Elongate.
and ski on the little slug trail behind. Diverticulitis, I choose you.
Oh, gross.
So you make your way to the top of the mountain without any issues, and you arrive at the base of a tower. It's solid. Well, not
Yep.
solid, but the walls are made of stone.
Mm-hmm.
The brickwork is spiralling, and there is no visible entrance.
Can
So it's just the tower. It's not like a wall. on
I'm
the
not even going to say
outside.
can.
Tower.
I'm going to see if diverticulosis, the snot slug, can climb the walls. Because I've seen a slug be upside down.
I was going to see if I could use my best friend Boris the spider to bite me with radioactive
good
spider
son.
powers.
Where did Boris come from?
The
I don't know.
He was growing money branches.
Yeah, he was there. Look, Reese has got spiders everywhere in this place, and we keep finding them.
Bessie's had some mountain goat friends. She's going to try and do the 90-degree, like they do up the whole
really
damn
cool
wall
climbing.
things. Yeah, just climbing on nothing.
Yeah, like this much of a ledge.
Roll for.
Yep.
Give
Pop it up the side.
me a straight athletics for.
What's my athletics? Get my thing up. Is that a D8?
D4.
Oh, what does it need to be? Above 5?
Yeah, so you can't. So your slug is unable to climb the wall.
What a jipper.
You can also try me an athletics
8
to see if you can climb up the wall.
to 2.
Allow me.
No one is able to.
Alright,
try.
I got it.
My shoes turn into climbing shoes. And I start.
Yeah, I'm gonna grow spikes in the bottom. Or I'm gonna try and get. So you said it's crumbling this stone.
The brickwork is spiraling. I said.
Okay, I'm gonna try and.
Like it's not done in layers. It's done
Okay,
in
I got
spiral.
it. I get Boris the spider, and I'm gonna grab him like that and squirt him.
Boris is an item, by the way. If you haven't Boris.
That's fine. I might as well use one of the 3 items. I'm gonna use squirt him and see if he can squirt some stringy silk web, and then I'm gonna grow my feet so that they can get in the cracks, and I'm gonna climb up and then sort of.
That's gross.
I'm gonna squirt him like a bloody saucepan.
I'd say that's also athletics.
Do you have to like shake him every now and then?
Yeah.
Is it stronger than your sap?
And your climbing shoes would also be an athletics.
D6
Climbing
right?
Let's see, you can if I tell you to roll, like if I say roll athletics and you go, oh, I really want to do something else, say like justify it. And I may still say no.
This is entirely athletics.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
right
yeah, yeah.
outside.
But it's in case I misinterpret the approach you're trying to make.
Yeah.
Just be like, yeah, I want to try it this way, and this is why I want to try it this way.
I think I can narrate this for you.
I got 4. So.
Yeah, I got a 3. So as I go to squirt Boris, I simply just squirt him out of my hands, and then my ankles just snap off, and I just fall off the wall. Oh, Boris! Oh.
Oh, dearie! Bessie runs over and starts pouring milk into your mouth. Yeah, pretty much like that. Doesn't ask for permission, just starts waterboarding you with the bucket of milk. Do you feel better?
Are you going to try anything?
I think this might be more of a subtle way of doing things.
Are you going to speak friend and enter?
I just gently walk over to the wall and caress it. Gently, just getting an idea of the lines and the curves. And using my skill of seduction, I'd like to be able to feel the rock work and the little crevices and
I think it's having the opposite effect. The tower's
things,
getting taller.
the slight changes of the rock work as I touch it, and use that as to find the little grips and footholds to climb up part of the wall.
Baby.
Look, it's within the start of that action that you can feel some etchings on the stonework.
What are you trying to say?
It's a bit faded, but after a bit more caressing and examining and finding the right spots to just awaken its inner shout.
I'm basically just the wall going, shh, it's okay.
Yeah. This is like the time I befriended a door.
This wasn't for friend.
What?
I don't remember being at the party.
Shh, what are you trying to say?
It says
Open up and come inside.
It's play school.
Come here.
what was the remember the wording of it now.
How are you?
In line from biggest to small. From in line biggest to small. Get in line and give us give a call. Is etched on the stonework where you're playing with it.
So get in line, biggest to small, give us a call. Something along those lines. So maybe we line
Give
up.
out a call.
I'm assuming I'm probably first.
Oh, I think I'm lost.
I can grow depending on the situation. I imagine you two can.
Yeah. Or
you can
actually,
too?
unfortunately, no.
Yes. I didn't realise.
How big is a cow compared to a shit demon and a... Well, you're...
Shit devil.
I said 5 foot.
Sorry. 5 foot. Well, what's a cow?
Or am I 40 odd foot?
Cows are
grunt?
big.
Yeah, cow's big. I'm probably, if you... Yeah, probably...
Cows are quite large.
My
Probably
ankles
for
grow
you
back.
then.
My
Yeah,
feet grow
you,
back.
yeah,
Yeah,
grow
the
back.
milk does wonders.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got the
It's
healing.
like a spinach for cows.
Yeah. Even though I got
Well, spinach for cows would be pretty good for cows as well. But
waterboarded by the healing milk.
milk boarded.
Special technique.
Heal.
I'm guessing I'm next then.
Yeah.
Or would you?
I like how long it's taking you to get in line.
So we line up until
Line up in order.
Cool, and then
Yeah.
what do you do?
a call.
What do you call?
Ghostbusters.
Thank you.
Ring, ring.
So you call, and
Ghostbusters.
Hello.
Marco!
Ring, ring.
who's closest to the wall?
Me, because we're lined up in order.
Cool. Who's second in line? Third in line. Fourth.
Number 2.
Appropriate.
And you? Alright, everybody but Quilly.
I'm sure.
As you hear
Survives.
from the other side of the wall, told you it would work, and a shot of lightning comes through the door, through the wall. You see a few of the bricks near where you were playing sort of shimmer as if they're an illusion as a bolt of lightning arcs out through you all. You all take 1 point of damage. You don't take any damage.
Boo.
Now it's getting serious.
How many hit points do we actually have?
You
I
have
got
it based
6.
on your species.
I have 6. I know that much.
Ogres have 6, tree folk have 6, devils have 5,
Ah,
mouse have 3, and cow have 4.
Holy fuck.
Okay.
What do you do?
I cast Pestilent Miasma at the crack illusion thing in the wall.
I should have known it. They've come for me. They're going to harvest me just like Trussell.
Cool. What
Uh, everyone here's very quiet. She's refilling a bucket.
I run back down the hoop.
Can't stop, won't stop being a coward. And what do you do?
Boris, to me.
First thing, I'll take out my... I'll just lay down. In a violin case. No, actually I don't. Still holding my violin case, just press a little button and arms out the side of it, arrow pointing at the front.
Nice.
Crossbow bolt.
Yeah.
So you're attacking or just preparing?
No, just preparing, and then, not much dramatic. We have come as assistants to you and your people. We have heard that there are people outside camping around the bottom of your fortress trying to stop the demonic people who should be taking over this land and ruling it for us all. We're here to join you.
Is Boris
Please take us to your leader and let us be part of your marvellous party.
Cool. While you're yelling out that, your spell goes through the door. Roll,
being dramatic.
roll a combat.
Which is 10, so
Yep.
I need a d10. 80.
80.
That's not a d10.
8.
That's
If it's
8.
a D10.
Cool.
It's a D100.
800.
You hear a ah from inside. Let me just write these characters down.
It's an acid-based attack, by the way.
It's cool. No, there's no real
My eyes.
resistance.
So, but if it dies, it melts.
Adds food. It's thematic effect.
Well, I managed to touch a cabbage and it melted.
Necros.
And I turned your milk into
Cheese.
cheese and whey. Curds and whey.
you hear the scream, and then they don't seem to respond to you as you hear a attack, and running through the illusionary door at you all are 5 little demons. Big, they seem bigger than the ones described here. They're sort of about yay high on stubbly little feet, short little arms.
They're about my height.
I imagine a mouse folk is smaller.
I'm even smaller than that, am I? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, mouse folk imagine like 1 foot, 2 foot.
Kind of mousy.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, they're about yay high. They've got the pudgy little arms and pudgy little legs. They sort of got a little waddle when they run, like a demonic baby.
So they've just come through.
Yeah, they're running through.
Okay.
The three of them in the lead have got demonic-looking short swords, which are pretty big for them, and the 2 behind are both got wands, and you can see that one of them sort of like crackling with the after effects of the lightning.
As they run through, I'm sort of gonna, I grow some eyebrows into a furrow, and you took some of the happiness out of this world. There's not a lot of happiness left, and you took some of the happiest dogs there were. And I'm gonna like run up. I'm gonna grow my arms into blades, and then I'm gonna do like a little jumpy forward, and then so there's like 4 of them, 4 or 5.
5 of them.
Yeah, I want to do like I want to like get 2 of them with my feet and 2 of them with my arms.
And one of them with you.
Cool. And while he's doing that, what's everybody else doing?
Using the momentum of me running back down the hill, I'm going to try and come round.
It's strategical. It's strategical.
Yeah, and so like using the momentum there, I'm coming around and sort of back up around, like sort of around the side.
A flanking maneuver?
Sort of a flanking maneuver up around the other side of the building, so I can peek around and sort of launch my fucking rock at one of the
You skipping stone.
my skipping stone at one of the imp demon things. Yeah.
What's Bessie doing?
Still filling the bucket, but now in between, into the bucket, it's like, you know how you feed a cat into her own mouth, trying to get that hit point back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you do. You say you can have that hit point back. What are you 2 doing?
I am going to take off my cloak and release the malignant miasma that is me, Malario.
I'm really glad I'm not there anymore. That'd be enough to probably kill me.
So, underneath my cloak, I am essentially a pile of bubbling cess stuff with oozing tiny little pet worms coming out of the various rotten holes in my body.
Of your skin.
I have a big grin, kind of like the Cheshire cat, but instead of teeth, it's more worms. My tongue is more or less not a tongue. It's kind of just like prehensile pus.
I have a question. Is there corn?
That's what kind of like the worms look like, chunks of corn.
There's always corn.
There's
It's corn.
Picture it like a 5 foot high Jabba the Hutt that looks kind of more like a pile of crap.
In Spaceballs, Pizza the Hut.
Pizza the Hut with corn.
It's corn.
And little worms and a big grin, and then
You're
will
ugly.
Give him a hug.
I will point my finger at the
No, he's not.
the little demon dude that's got the still crackling wand, and just go death, and cast withering decay on it.
Cool. What are you doing?
Try reaching. Don't really have an issue with facts.
The worms.
What is your character doing?
Dry reaching. No. Seeing the mob come out, and more importantly, seeing that cloak come off, release the repeat crossbow from the violin case, and then basically just do the John Woo maneuver of everything's coming towards me, just dive up out of the way and shooting as I'm diving away from him, so this way, and firing repeatedly at the wizard folk up the back. So doing the full dive across, which
A couple of
in John Woo style means I don't get hit until I land on the ground.
a couple of doves come out from behind the illusion door.
Yeah.
So you're not trying to use your trope?
No,
No,
not yet.
you're not.
Oh, it's dramatic, but it's not.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah,
I
that's-
will bippity boppity boo this because
In what manner can you bippity boppity boo it?
I am going to, along my death, withering, decay finger, all of my worms and maggots will come down my arm and follow the spell and attach to the devil, demon, floaty. It's not floating anymore, it's on the ground.
No,
It's attached
there's
to
a
the
walk.
face, and it's just going to spread, and they're going to go, you know, the little bugs from the mummy that get under your skin, and yeah, they're going to do that, and they're just going to start chewing away at flesh and bits, and then hopefully come out of the butt, and then it's just going to like fall apart, like implode from head down and through its
With a
butt.
cheerful.
How is that bippity boppity boo?
That's a huge bippity bop. Bippity boppity boo, I melt you!
That's all you need.
Yeah, that's how it works.
I think that's called a bippity
I'd
boppity
say
doo.
I'm going to use darkly. I'm going to use broodingly darkly in the sense of running up and saying the line about the happy dogs. I'm going to, momentarily in my mind's eye relive the moments through Niles Barkley and all those that I've seen, and again witness the happiness of the dogs being killed out of the world. Shed a single sap tear, add it to the collection.
Fortunate son playing
And
in the
then,
background.
use that clarity and pain to make myself even more darkly, brutally, whatever it is, broodingly darkly.
Brooding dark.
Yeah, to enhance my killing capacity and make my blades even sharper.
You're going to turn to
You can
tree.
try and enhance what you're doing with your trope as well if you want to have a think about it. Have you got an idea?
Oh, I'm waiting.
Alright, cool.
So I've got a particular situation.
One of you can go. You see, because are you trying to use your trope as
I
well?
was going to say using the can't stop, won't stop as the momentum
No.
of coming down and up and around.
Yep.
So trying to use that momentum to get as much behind the.
I'd like to hold my trope.
I don't know if that's a thing, but tell me what you're trying to do.
Explain.
Explain what you're trying to achieve.
Well, mine is do no harm.
Mm-hmm.
If any harm is coming to anyone I care about, she'll likely ditch the milk and start trying to bash them with a bucket, going, "Leave them alone!"
There's not really a whole trope thing.
Or does your do no harm work like a counterspell?
I know. No, I've got a good one. There you go.
An enduring ward.
Buckets full. Slosh over everyone.
Them and the.
Everyone.
Turns into a
Stop
a
fighting!
milk rainbow. Everything
Yeah,
pauses.
milk rainbow.
How potent is your healing milk? Does it have to be?
How long has it been
drunk
holding on to
or-
that milk?
Is it blinding cream?
I don't think she's ever done this before. She doesn't know.
We'll find out.
She's in a blind rage.
All right,
Stop
right.
You
fighting!
feel the same way as I have, I think.
Roll combat
Yep.
with your trope.
D8.
Combat with your trope.
Which is
Combat with your trope. 4 combats with your trope.
4?
Yeah, because you got to roll against it for each attack.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Am I rolling anything?
I'm not using my trap, by the way.
So do I roll?
Oh, that's right. Sorry, yeah, yours is just straight.
Yeah,
So do I do trope on each one?
Yes.
Did I roll?
No, because you're.
Holding my trope.
No. It's you. We'll say you've done it, but
that's not good.
the action doesn't require a roll.
Yep, cool.
2 attacks and 2.
No, you just did the one because you didn't use your trope.
Excellent. So that is a nat 1.
Pass. Alright, I pass on all.
Passed on all of them.
Yep.
How did we go?
Passed on the whole.
You just had the one anyway because you was targeting one.
I was just literally melting someone out with
Yeah.
their own arsehole.
And
So
pass. So we've got 1, 2, 6 passes, and
Complete failure. Abject
Yeah.
failure.
yeah, there's no critical misses. There's not enough numbers on a dice for a critical miss.
But I'd like you to make my fail dramatic.
I think everything.
As
you
part of
deserve.
your dive, like your first shot sort of heads towards the demons. Your next couple of shots from your repeating cosplay hit a tree that you're diving behind, and they're like sticking like this far away from you.
Nice. Let's get those back.
So as you run in and target the 4 of them, the one with the crackling wanders at the back, so you couldn't reach him, and so you stab, toes and fingers. As the same time that your rock cracks the wand one he's attacking in the back of the head, and at the same time your bippity boppity boos
Maggot infested booze.
and as your attacks sort of
I'm nauseous.
as you sort of pull back from your attacks, you see two of the demons slump down, and the other three all look a bit wounded, and then milk cascades over everybody, and you see that the damage to the demons closes up, and all of your wounds close up for anyone that took a point of damage earlier.
Friendship is magic milk.
At the same time...
Wait, are the ones that are healing at the moment still impaled?
No, I imagine the fingers and limbs pulled back from the attack.
That would suck.
But they do all...
There's
The
some healthy maggots now.
the one that's still got a
They're
sword
flies
does
now.
swing at you as you pull back.
Yep. That's a 2.
Misses. For those, because I don't have a character sheet for these, there's 2 types of enemies. There are minions and bosses. Minions have a D4 to 2 stats and a D6 to 2 stats, as determined by the storyteller, depending on the situation. Obviously, these have a 6 in combat because they're combat creatures. The trope for all minions is "Notice me, senpai," and the reason the lightning, the clever lightning trap was an example of using the trope.
Yeah.
Which is why I rolled twice for that. Bosses have a D8 in 2 stats and a D10 in 2 stats, and their trope is "I have the power." And the ones with the wands are both gonna just fire. Just looks like crackling energy, not so much lightning this time. It's sort of a purpley, crackly energy. Just stereotypical, generic arcane energy. One hits you for 1 point of damage. Some of your maggots and ooze, and then he's gone.
Or whatever noise he makes.
What do you do next?
So
There's no real initiative. I sort of find out what you're all doing. If you want to sort of build on what other people are doing as well, that's also an option.
So seeing the
Sort of chain attack it. That's why I tried to link what you're doing together a little bit.
So seeing the wand users from my sort of vantage point off to the side attacking you, I'm going to can't stop, won't stop myself around, and as I run past them, just snatch wands from their hands. So from my vantage point around the side, they're not necessarily being able to see me so well. Just come
You'll be
out
able
of
to attempt
nowhere.
it for 1 because your sandals are an item and you can only carry 1 other item.
Can I grab one, throw it, and then grab the second one?
I will catch
Alright, we're building.
said wand.
What item do you drop to catch it? Oh, your case is already on the ground, isn't it?
Yep.
Like the violin's on the ground.
Yep.
throw it to me, I will absorb it and use it to cast
Hell no, not after that maggot shit.
and use some of the power to cast Wave of Maggots at the rest of these. Well, they're all alive.
I'm thinking along the lines of Mexican standoff.
That's
Take
racist.
their guns off them and we're all...
Oh, that's a racist.
Wow.
Fuck. No.
Central American standoff.
How many are still around me? Is it still like the 4?
There's only 3 left.
Okay. I'm going to do...
The other 2 died before they got splashed with the milk.
They're
I'm
perfectly healthy, but they're dead.
Yeah, the one that got hit by the rock, and the
Dwayne.
there was one that got hit earlier as well.
Okay, I'm going to do a move I learned in the trauma of when Trussell was
I
killed.
love that you're just like, I have trauma, I can use my trope.
Everything is trauma to a tree folk. But as in that, no,
I have been literally inside
see
two
his
of my dead
wings, man.
friends.
it's not going for my trope, I say, but it's a move I learned called the buzzsaw, and it's where I just simply swivel my arms, so I stay on the spot, my arms just go zzz around in a blade motion.
You're not using your trope?
It's not.
Like
It's
a
not.
Christmas tree.
That's-
Yeah.
You'll only be able to hit one of them.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The things like, which I'm going to try to limit area of effect stuff too much.
Yeah.
But you have to be using your trope in order to sort of be able to do.
No, it's I'm
Yeah.
just literally attacking one
Yeah.
of them. It's fine. That's all I'm doing.
But if you're chaining stuff together, you may do area of effect stuff type.
no, I'm
damage.
just attacking one of them. The buzzsaw is literally just a move I've learned from my experiences.
And what are you two doing?
I'm going to throw a handful of exploding maggots at one of the... I killed at the other dude, because I killed one of the...
No, the two wand users are still there.
At one of the wand users then. The guy on the right. It's like three maggots that are like swollen and oozing with pus. And yeah, I'm just going to peg him.
I'm going to speak to whoever's in charge. And she storms into the...
Karen?
Pull a Karen.
Oh, the Karen.
Karen.
I want to
Karen.
speak to your manager, that should be a
Yeah.
trope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
First do no harm. I'm going to speak to... Who's in charge?
You have a
All
receipt.
your parents hear about this!
You have a voucher from 2 months ago?
Don't have any pockets to store it in.
So you're not going to attack. You're just going to do the
I'm
next the standoff thing.
Catch the wand and then set an ultimatum. Once.
All right. Can you roll me a combat?
8. Whoop. That's a fail. My exploding maggots just go and just scuttle.
How was it an 8? It's a fail.
It's a
It's a 3. I just couldn't see it properly. Yes, my maggots hit the ground and they just kind of
Splotch.
and then kind of mingle around for a little bit and then just go.
Just sort of disperse a little
Yeah,
bit.
crawl away.
Crawl into the foliage.
If you've ever seen like maggots when you lift up a dead animal, they just kind of wriggle around a little bit.
Yeah, I grew up in the country.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we did. That's what we did for
Now the
entertainment.
I grew up in the country, it's why I fucking hate maggots.
Now that Quilly's told me he has maggots, all of my attacks are going to be
What?
maggot based.
You can clean up.
What skill would you like to try and?
Come
I would assume it'd be athletics
Yep.
to do that, yeah.
So yeah, roll with your trope for that. I'm going to say if you succeed, you'll only be able to get one of the wands because Tritty failed on the attack, which would have given you the edge to get the second wand.
My maggots failed the attack.
That's why I got you to roll first.
What's that? 15, so yeah.
Yep. You just need to say pass or fail.
Yeah.
We all know what the DC is.
True. Yeah.
Whatever the generic term for it is in this game.
5, so I catch.
Yeah, that was going to give it to you for free. And you can roll your buzzsaw.
Combat.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, if you're doing damage, typically combat. Although if you were to hit like a tree branch with a spell to then drop it on something, or saw off a tree branch to drop it on somebody, you could use something else.
That's a 5 so plus. Yeah.
Yep. Cool. So your buzzsaw the swordy guy, and his guts start. The maggots are having a fun time with all that.
I'll teach you about sustainable forestry.
And yeah,
Selectively logged in.
as one of them goes
Yeah. I'll
to
fail.
use his wand, you sort of just like and flick it over to you.
Don't forget to replan.
He's going to change his accent.
Sorry.
Right, we've had
The-
a fucking enough.
That's short. The Connery.
The
accent.
sword one is going to attack. He's just swinging. Like every time you come near him, he's sort of having to swing at you.
Yeah.
So he's trying to hit your buzzsaw blades as it comes through.
Yeah.
They're not smart, so they're not very good at this shit. He misses. But being descriptive in combat is the hardest for the DM. It's just too many characters. The one after you steal his wand sort of looks down at you and then just sort of goes for a pole driver body slam on you. Oh no! But hits the ground next to you.
And he's funny, Bone.
Yeah, he's oh!
I did a pile drive on the ground.
And the other one, because
many months ago.
the other one's just
Sort of.
pointing the wand at you.
Straight back
Yeah.
at him.
Yeah, like he had been attacking Malario, but as soon as you got the wand and pointed it, he's pointed the wand at you.
I think it's time we stop your shaka shilly sausages. As you can see, we've obviously got the advantage on you here.
I don't know what you're saying!
Here. Right. Let me try and explain this to you fuckers a little bit clearer. We got the wand now. You can point as much as you want, Johnny boy, because the fact is, we're going to blast your fucking head off unless you guys clear out of the fucking room and let us in. You got that? Capiche?
What's everyone else doing?
Well,
How
that was
far did I get
dramatic.
into the tower?
You just did to
I
the
literally
first.
was
Yeah,
like,
you just did to the first room at this point.
Yep, cool.
What's everyone else doing?
I'm going to the guy who tried to
There's
pole
just a
drive.
staircase in
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
The guy who tried to pole drive onto me. I'm going to lunge in there and start trying to rip apart his neck, like teeth in there, like full rat teeth. Like going for the jugular.
Nice.
Big nasty, big nasty, bite teeth.
Oh, a street fight, is it? Oh!
Upon I'm gonna try and grab. So old mate's swinging at me with the sword. I want to try and see if I can grow an arm kind of around his sword arm, and then just shove my other arm in all his orifices, and just throw them down there, and just be like.
That one makes it slightly further.
Yeah.
And what are you going to be trying to do?
Did you say, did they, one of those demon dudes have his guts falling out? Is he still alive?
Yes, that's the one that.
Oh, you are currently doing things to its face?
Well, it's all like you can all you coordinate, so you know that like, at the same time as you're doing that. So he's been dealing with the sword wielding one, which is the one with the guns
Yeah.
coming out.
I'm going to cast Bubonic. It turns out my 2 spells have now turned into some really gross stuff. I'm going to cast Bubonic Blisters on the same dude at his open wounds, and hopefully it's just going to just turn into these giant blisters.
I will say you do just for the sake of helping you guys out. If he hits, it's going to die. So
Yeah, that's a good point. And
these guys have 2 hit points, by the way.
okay, how many are left?
There's 3 of them left.
Is the wizard guy that
He's attached to one's neck.
Yeah.
Is this the one?
There's a stat. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to cast. All of my spells are basically just the one spell, but I'm just going to call them something different every time.
Yeah.
They have random effects,
Yeah.
disease
Like
effects. when they hit.
bubonic bolognese. Like.
Yeah, Bubonic Bolognese on the conversational demon,
Mm-hmm.
and hope that his innards turn to pus.
While Bessie's climbing the stairs, muttering to herself.
Storming
about-
up the stairs.
Storming up the stairs about all this violence going on.
Moving on.
Every second step's like into the bucket. complain. Clop.
Yep.
Cool. What?
Clippity, cloppity,
Yep.
clippity.
So you're just yelling and trying to get him to surrender. Is that?
Yep.
Cool.
I hate to be on the opposite.
So all 3 of you can roll combat.
9 plus.
An 8.
failed?
You must have hit the spinal cord or something. The spine? Just the spine, not the spinal cord. That would hurt them.
So you. He's got a very hairy neck.
You're tangled in there.
Yeah, your teeth. It's sort of like there's enough of a gap in
Oh,
your.
what a Britney's mum's pubic
And
hair.
you rip the
Another
hair.
one.
You hit the rare hair out of his neck, and it's just like sticking out of your teeth at weird angles.
He's a real neck beard.
The little hands as well. It's like trying to.
Imagine like a real like
You full on Groot the fuck out of that guy.
just not saying anything. Just,
And as your branches descended, because you went from the head, didn't you? And descended
like
down,
nose, mouth.
It sort of pushes everything out of his from his stomach wound as
yeah,
well.
I've lost myself to the trauma. I've lost myself.
And it just sort of.
In the music, the mum, it's
Yeah.
mum's spaghetti all over again.
Yeah.
Lovely.
And the one
I
that
love a spaghetti!
the one that you hit with your spell, you see pus starting to like foam up out of his ears, and he spits a bit of pus out, and he looks at you.
Takes a sip of his water first.
Takes a sip of his energy drink. It's crystal clear, and I'm trying to stall to think of something.
Don't worry, the whole time this is happening, I'm there. I'm gonna get it. Drop your weapons, blah blah blah. You have to.
Yeah. You really, you're like
Basically, like I don't have the brain capacity to think of the correct wording, so I'm just going to describe what he's saying. But he's giving this impassioned speech about how the boss took him in, and the boss wants him to guard the door, and if he's going to guard the door, he's going to do his best job to guard the door, and he's going to give his life to guard the door, and he's justifying using his trope as he fires off.
Notice me, senpai.
Yeah, notice me, senpai. See how good I'm doing my job? Yeah. I'm dying for the job. As he fires off, and you see as he's giving this impassioned speech, at the tip of the wand, the crackling purple arcanic energy is just the orb of it is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
As that's happening, I would like to counter trope. And while they're saying this, holding the wand, but you don't have to. You're beautiful.
You can see it sort of.
You don't need to be
sort
someone else.
Like it's growing, it's shrinking, and then he'll start giving a bit more of a spiel, and it will get bigger and bigger, and you.
He should love you for who you are.
And it shrinks a little bit, and he shakes his head. He shakes his head.
It's a trope off.
Don't stop.
As he's like, I work for the boss because he took me in after my father. It was some ogre who did abandon me, and I've had abandoned issues ever since.
You should never change yourself for them. They need to accept you for who you are. You should grow together, not separately.
And he just goes, "This is who I am!" And it shoots the spell on him.
It's a trope off.
Yeah.
I was waiting for the right, and he only just hit you for 1 point of damage.
That's my first point of damage.
I was waiting for the right triggering word to finish it off.
I have no idea how I'm going to keep tally of this.
That's what.
Whiteboard mark?
Yeah, that's what notepads are for. Yeah, just write it on there.
I literally just wrote
I don't know whose
One.
name that is as well.
I mean, I could
think it's
track
yours.
everyone's hit points on here.
I think it's actually yours.
Oh, it was Rob's actually.
That guy's dead. That guy's got 1 hit point. Cool, what's everyone doing?
And with that, if he fires, I fire.
Oh, wait, there's still one attacking you. Sorry, what?
If he fires, then I fire.
Yeah, that'll be in the next description. I'm sort of doing like you guys do what you want and then they react. Like, and it would be the same as if like they ran in and ambushed you. They would go first and you'd react.
Yeah.
If you get bogged down with arguing over who gets to go first out of you, then they may act before you. But if you're just having a discussion and stuff, like if you, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
So he's going to try and he's going to grab you and sort of try to smother you in his neck hair as you pull away from him.
You're being neck bearded, bro.
The first touch I've had in a long time.
And he does.
Please tell me he wears a fedora.
No, but the knight trope does the knight archetype with
the white knight archetype.
Yeah.
No, it's just the knight, but
Yeah.
it's I think I'm gonna change it like chivalry's not dead, but at the moment it's Tip's hat milady
Yeah.
as the trope. So you take 1 point of choking hair neck hairness.
Okay.
It's really tickling like the back of your.
Whilst
Belly.
that's happening,
Wrapped
I'm
in-
gonna
wrapped
rummage
in-
around
yeah.
in one of my holes, pull out a handful of maggots, and then I start to whispering sweet nothings to my maggots, and they're gonna turn into flies, and then they go and attack that demon.
Mm-hmm. And
Using my trope of can't stop, won't stop because I don't want to stop living. I am going to go full 1984 on this bitch and try and start like cutting, like digging into his stomach to try and like. I'm trying to dig my way
Age on the
through.
head.
I'm going to try and dig my way
You should
through
have put the bucket on him,
through the hair and through the body.
and then set the light.
I have plans.
So it's like
Seeing I did summon Boris before from the when we got lightning bolt, and I said Boris to me. So Boris has now attached a bungee web to the tower and is jumping down towards me. To which, as he gets down, I'm gonna sort of get ready to. I'm aiming myself. What I'm seeking to do is seeing Rodent Ryan sort of in a bit of a hairy
Ryan
spot.
Rodent.
He's just Rodent.
Rodent is my last name.
Mr. Rodent.
I am Mr.
I was
Rodent
gonna
to
cut that out,
you.
so Rodent. Anyway, I'm gonna like sort of use the bungee to like aim myself, and then I'm gonna turn myself into a flying sharp wooden torpedo to like stab the guy.
Toothpick.
which one are you going for? The one that he's Along
So
the
how
edge.
many are left?
2.
Okay.
Don't
There's
do
one.
that one.
There's one on the ground that both of these are attacking. Then there's the one with the wand with the pus coming out of his ears. Is the other one that's in the wand off.
Go,
So-
Wandy.
Yeah, I was about to say I'll go on the one because if they're on the ground, I'm not going to be able to hit them very well with
Cool.
this maneuver.
Yep. And what are you doing?
It's a wire fighting technique.
I will wait to see whether Tree Boy.
It's not really any waiting.
No.
There's no hold actions.
You're seeing Tree Boy preaching pus ear leaking guy. I'll just lower my wand and
So disappointed. I'm not angry. I'm just
And-
disappointed.
I really didn't
That
want
needs
to
to
do
be
this.
Are you going to do
That
killing
needs to be a
execution?
trope.
No, I'm pulling out my violin.
You don't have your violin at the moment. You've
No.
got your crossbow and your
Yeah.
wand.
Drop the wand. Pick
Alright.
up my violin.
Yep.
Start playing rousing misty mountains sort of song to summon my girlfriend to assist me. The dragon I seduced a lot earlier. This is the song that she knows if she hears this played upon my golden violin. Like,
Bit early for that,
like
and
the
then we're still
eagles,
fighting the
eagles
boss.
like the eagles will appear and carry me to the top of the tower.
Ah, yes.
No. Can't use eagles just to take you anywhere you like.
That's not the way it works.
Rascal to do it for me. But yeah.
That's how you ruin a whole movie franchise.
I know, right?
Well, if you actually read the subplot of the book, you'd understand how it happened.
Alright, what are you doing? Still up the stairs?
Yeah, the complaint's getting louder. It's like, and another thing, putting this many stairs between me and the complaint department, I'll have you know. I'd like to imagine that anyone upstairs could start hearing his muttering and this clang, 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 clang of a bell heading up the stairs. And shh, shh, shh.
You hear a couple of like scurrying sounds above you, but as you like, because it's just a curve, as you get up around the curve, there's no one there, and the scurries have stopped. It's like they've been running.
Yep.
Um,
She doesn't look like she's paying it any heed. She's,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
focused. She's
clearly, the demons just got, oh shit, and they've started running away up the tower. We were not prepared for a Karen. Alright, attacking, attack.
Hiya!
Did I get my trope for that?
That is not a good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you get? No.
Fail.
Oh man, what?
Success.
I'm afraid. I didn't trope it this time.
I should have bippy boppity boo. I choose you.
Don't forget you've got diverticulitis sitting in the room.
Oh, I've got my pet slug! Shit!
Yes, you slug shit.
My shit slug.
Yeah.
My literal shit and snot slug.
What's the time? Oh, that's the time. Oh, look at that. Your dragon arrives and lands on the two demons, one on each, under each foot. Boom, boom.
So my trope worked. Brilliant.
I'll allow it this once, but we're only playing these characters once. But that's like the border of biting off more than you can bullshit. It's one of those, I'll allow it once because it's the perfect to the trope.
For the story reader's benefit, she's pretty pissed with me.
Yeah.
The relationship's not great.
I told you never to call me again.
I like to think as I dig my way through this imp thing.
You're like between the dragon's toes.
Yeah, but I like to think as I'm going through, my shoes turn into flippers.
Yeah.
Can I put in a request? Based on that performance,
I don't get a choice on the
earlier,
shoes. They do it
Can you add
themselves.
another trope called fatherly disappointment?
Trope unlocked.
I do have one called DM that's how do you want to do this is the trope.
Yeah.
Which can be a dungeon mistress or a dungeon master. The
Nice.
the little stick figure will be like high heels and a whip.
Regardless of gender.
Regardless of gender. Well, stick figures don't have gender. I've also got a Beastmaster one, which is a who's a good boy is the trope, and your item would be your pet or your animal companion. So the dragon looks down at you.
Shelley.
Is that Shelley or Sally?
Shelley. It is now. It's got to be Shelley, but I think it's Shelley.
Iggy. What do you want this time?
I got waylaid on the way. My tuxedo wasn't ready. I'm sorry I couldn't get there in time for your mother's funeral.
Tuxedo!
Wearing a slight spot of bother. a good dog who isn't a good dog. He's an ordinary fox, really. Has set us up here to sort of deal with the situation with some demons. But when I heard that cute little fluffy dogs were getting killed, I thought you'd want to be part of this and help. I know your affinity for the small fluffy things in life. That's why you love me after all. Big, bold.
She gives you this long, pointed look. I can't stay mad at you. How about I pop you to the top of this tower, and then after you've done with all your questing and stuff, you come back to my hoard and be my little treasure.
I'm sure I'll be there as soon as I possibly can.
Are these your little friends?
They are. Well,
Claw my way out of the imp.
Just like just still in the position of like about to torpedo somewhere.
yes, Shelley, these are my friends. We have my rodent friend here, my tree friend here, my cow friend here.
Your cow friend's not here.
It's a me, Malario!
It's like you like that, and then just like.
touches the dragon and she dies.
You're not getting on board, my girlfriend.
I shall take my slugger!
It's not a sentence I thought.
Diverticulitis to me! Diverticulitis, climb me onto the dragon!
I suggest, Shelley, you don't allow him on you.
It's alright, I'll take a bath afterwards.
Yes. As we all shall.
I'll be nice and clean when you arrive.
So I jump
I'll
on.
use your favourite perfume.
She's gonna have to. I jump onto it, diverticulitis, and it slowly just finds the dragon's foot.
I'm gonna crawl
And
out
then slowly up the back foot, goes in around under her crutch or regions, and then up onto her back, and then just on the back of her neck behind her head. Now that she looks like she's got this gross malignant tumour sitting on her head, and me going,
Hello, let's go!
And I just like to think this whole time, like the trail, like all this skin has like started sizzling off, and there's this trail.
it's just oozing down through the cracks in her kite.
Tarnish scales.
I'm just gonna crawl out of the imp and just like hold on to onto
maggot here
onto
and
a
there.
toe. Covered in blood.
I'm just going to project myself. I'm going to Boris.
Alright, you get to the top of the tower.
Boris.
And at the top of the tower, like you can look down and you can see some clouds below you, but there's one big cloud above you, and leaning against that cloud, sitting on the top of the tower, is a ladder.
No one else around.
No one else
I'm
around.
gonna get my rock as well first.
Oh my goodness! Not even a secretary! Right! Does a like cartoon style rolling up
It rolls up a
fur.
Yeah.
Yep, picks a bucket up again, which is now full by the way, and starts hiking up the ladder.
Who's running this shit
I'm also
show?
gonna I'm gonna grab my rock.
Yeah.
I need my rock before I leave.
I imagine your rock's magic and you can summon it back to your side.
Yeah.
Goes back to the
it's a
sling.
For the sake of
boomerang.
convenience.
Goes back to the sling.
It's a boomerang.
Boomerang.
Nice.
That's why it's your favourite rock.
Or rock
Yeah.
around.
A rock
Always
around.
comes stuck
Boomerang
with
sounds
it.
better.
Always
Won't-
come
won't
won't
leave
leave
you
you
alone.
alone.
So you all
Like a
hop
skipping
on
stone.
top of your dragon lady.
Shelley.
I kind of
Shelley.
slug. I slug onto Shelley.
Yeah. And she starts flying up the tower. You get to the top of the ladder, and you can see there's a little hatch in what is clearly a cloud made of wood.
Oh, my trope is going to be activated.
Through that.
Yep.
Tunnel vision at this point.
Mama.
Yeah. And there's a little, on the other side of the cloud is just a bunch of cowering little demons.
Who's in charge?
They all point at different people.
There isn't a single.
That doesn't appear to be. They all seem like small little dudes. And yeah, they're all pointing at different other
She's
demons.
clearly cracked at this
And
point.
I guess it's just-
Where's your parents?
They all point at different demons.
That's disgusting.
It's about this time the rest of you arrive to the fake cloud. tick that off my description. What I rolled.
Floud.
The Floud.
The Floud.
You land. Shelley drops you off next to the cow that's berating all these cowering demons.
And what's more, you all need a good bath. Block in the milk. Next one, just going through
I'm not drinking that later.
in a queue.
I'm just looking at this and just like hiding behind the dragon's leg.
She's gonna fly off.
Yeah.
She's
Shelley.
I've mistakenly left my cloak behind on the ground, so I'm still. I'm still,
Gassy as shit.
It's alright, I'm dripping in imp blood.
I'm dripping in
Yeah.
bits.
that one would have been squashed quite a bit. The one that you were trying to eat.
I still look fun. So
Is it like a tuxedo that never gets dirty?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's Teflon.
Slides on.
Like your personality.
Got
then-
prestidigitation imbued into it.
And like when people try to, hug you or like get clingy, you just like really slip out. Like, ooh.
Yeah, I'm great at being grappled.
You hear
Greased
so
up deaf
you're
guy.
just dunking them. What's everyone else doing while Bessie is dunking the?
Hiding from Bessie. Fuck that.
I just how big are they?
The biggest ones are the little babies.
I start
The
walking
baby arms.
like, just through them because I'm like double their height at least, and just I need to see your master or your mistress or whatever you have.
They're not here, apparently. They left their children all alone, the poor dears.
Can't you blame them?
I
I get.
can clearly sense the wooden cloud, and oh no, who's done this to you?
Here we go.
I've got to think of a name now.
Is it Trussell?
Is it Trussell?
It can be Trussell if you want it to be Trussell.
That would be climactic.
This is kind of the climax of the story.
Yeah. In that case, I sort of just... And finally that tear it makes it all the way to the chin, this one does. And just drop to my knees and just, Trussell! The loss of my happiness. What have they done to you?
The sap turns to amber as it falls from your chin, hits the ground and shatters into a billion
Yeah.
pieces.
Which is the ground is also made of wood.
Trussell, you were too much tree for them. I didn't deserve you.
There's a crackle of magical portal energy, and a dapper demon. He looks as dapper as you. No, he doesn't.
Not me or
Yeah.
the character.
No, he looks.
He's bloody.
You wouldn't have to try too hard there, mate.
So there's the roped up guy, mate.
He looks like a well-dressed chimney sweep. Hello. What's all this here then? Children! Kill the interlopers.
Trussell!
Now, don't you listen to him. He left you alone.
And suddenly all of the little dudes just brandish their weapons and look at you guys. And they're going to attack you.
Let's go!
Rude.
How many of them are there?
A lot.
Okay, cool.
So 3 of them attack you. None of them hit you. 3 of them attack you. None of them hit you. 3 of them attack you. They're shitty. None of them hit you. 3 of them attack you.
My little shit flaps absorb the pain!
1 of them hits you. And 4 of them attack you because I found that I had another d6. 2 of them. So 1 that you were dunking at the time, and another one that had just recently been dunked. Both at the kill them command pull out their bow. One of them was a little imp, a little winged imp. So he pulls out a couple of daggers and just sinks them into your arm where you're holding him. And the other one pulls out a sword and tries to cut you across your calf.
Oh,
His
leave
baby.
my kids.
And we'll say there's that many, so 4, 3, 3, 3, 3. They've just piled on you. And the
Would they really want to do that to me?
they need to impress their master.
Oh.
Two
They don't
damage.
impress me much.
Yes. Yeah, each damage is worth 1
Yep.
point. What are you all doing?
I take stone from waistband and full like, not shot put, discus style. Like, you know, you did the spin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do that, holding it flat
Use your tail as moment.
and just like spinning around, just clocking them all, attempting to clock all the guys who are around me in the head before finally coming to the apex and launching it at the boss.
Also, we were talking about it. We worked out that Marie said it's essentially Captain America's shield. Is the way it returns.
Instead of just appearing there, it's dong, 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 dong.
At geometries.
Geometry.
Skipping stone.
Yeah.
However, like Bucky, as the rock comes past, I grab it. So it doesn't hit the bad guy, big bad. As I just,
Interesting.
basically as it comes out, I just go, oh my god.
They can't help it.
And just, my eyes just go big anime. Yeah. As my violin.
Good boy.
Happy.
My violin, basically just, I pick it up and start
do have a
playing,
sneaky one.
grab the rock, or just divert the rock away from Big Bad, and just start playing my violin with, oh, my love, my demon, I've hungered for your corruption. And continue.
Cool. What are the three of you doing?
I'm going to try and turn the three little demons into maggots. With a bippity boppity.
How are you bippity boppity?
Bippity boppity boo! Oh no.
I will transform you.
No, that's not going to work this time. I'm going to, throw my hands up in the air and say, a bippity boppity poo! Slam my hands down, and hopefully the shockwave of my immortal flatulence will turn them into maggots.
Cool. Over here.
Gonna drink that milk you've been dunking imps in.
I'm just disappointed on the way up the tower it wasn't a gorilla throwing barrel.
Yeah, actually I am.
That's Donkey Kong, bro.
That's reference.
How dare you!
Nintendo.
Skulls milk. I would like to grab the two that stabbed her and just throw them off the side of the tower.
The fake cloud.
Yeah, the fake cloud.
Yep.
I'd just like to think at this point, like, you've grown like this Karen cuts just like burning it.
Oh, her
Slowly creeping
her
down.
little tuft has like definitely fallen over
Yeah.
her face.
You mean your cowlick?
Yeah.
There's the fucking door.
Do you want to use what stat do you want to use for that? Make me a case.
Abusiveness.
Well, as far as sculling the milk goes, I'd like to trope it up because I'm hurting a little. But
Oh, you won't be able to heal and throw them in the
okay.
same action.
No, all right then. I'll go the how dare you and throw them off.
Unless you
Drama, definitely.
Unless you hit them with your bucket, and as the bucket goes up, the milk spills back on your mouth.
I'll allow that.
Going to
So
allow
you
this.
actually use your bucket and swing and hit two of them, and as that happens, the bucket splashes the milk across the lands in your mouth to heal you.
Remember to offer that you have an
Oh,
idea.
I have an
before.
idea. I'm like,
That is an idea. I like that idea.
Sorry,
If that is allowed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're always allowed to help other people build on their things, but yeah, just make sure that they want a suggestion before.
Yep. Sorry.
Just no, like it's the first
still
time it's
learning-
happened. I just
I'm
don't
still
want.
learning the
I
scope.
don't want the situation to arrive where one person's character is being played by everybody else
Yeah.
and not them.
Yeah, totally.
Like this group, we're all.
We're
a
all
lot
trying
more
to learn the
comfortable.
scope of what we're
Yeah.
allowed
No,
to do.
like yes, the sky.
Totally.
The sky's the limit,
Well,
and I'll
Glad you said that.
put a roof on it if you need to.
How big?
Can I use my brains to do that? Because I'm going to have to work out how to flip it
The
appropriately.
trajectory.
Oh yeah, that's all angles and trigonometry and shit.
I'll allow it, and I'll give you and you can have the Can you have the trope?
Parabolic motion of
Do you know
projectiles.
You are doing harm though, 'cause you're hitting them with a
I'm
bucket.
shoving them away from you.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
How big is the fake trussel cloud?
It's not fake. He's real.
And
He's
he's the floor as well, is he?
Yeah.
Um,
I'm fucking.
It does
I'm
seem to be
rigid.
like there doesn't seem to be any like it was just a floating. It's a floating platform with a cloud to mask that it's a floating platform, which is where the.
But trussel is. I'm feeling trussel.
Yeah, yeah. It's a decent space. I mean, you're all pretty actually. Look, in terms of D&D size, maybe 30 foot by 30 foot,
Yeah.
let's say.
But as in, I feel trussel. I've decided at this point, trussel is my lover.
Yeah, all of it but one plank is trussel.
Yeah.
Yeah, they ran out of trussel.
Yeah. He was too much tree for them.
he wasn't as big as he claimed he was.
He was good wood. They
It
probably
might
sold
not
him
be
off
the
elsewhere.
only. It might not be the only trussel in the world. There might be other things out there made of
But
trussel.
I said they made a table out of it as well.
Trussel table.
Trussel table. Yeah, so upon sensing Trustle's presence in the floor, I just all my darkenly brooding tropeness I feel comes into effect. Like this is the core essence, and sort of being stabbed by one of these demons. I just don't even feel it. Don't even register it. Just go down to the cracked amber tier and feel Trussell and just sort of like grow my head the opposite way to face the demons and just sort of. The last happiness in the world, for me, I can feel is in the floor here. I'll find happiness in killing you. I'm going to just plunge my essence in with Trussell. I'm going to become the floor. I'm going to grow and intertwine with Trussell because there's nothing left for me.
I thought that's what you're going to do.
I'm going to... and I'm
the cloud.
I am now the cloud. I'm the floor. And I'll just, the first three that are on me, I'm just going to just become floorboard spikes and just attack them. Just sap tears occasionally.
Cool.
Dripping
All
from the
right.
ceiling.
Right. Let's resolve this. You can roll your intelligence trope.
12
With
in
brains
total.
trained. Brains, not intelligence. Cool. So you successfully bucket the two off the platform as you shower, much like the cowman in the fields,
Yep.
drenching yourself.
This is for you.
Shaking your head.
This is for you,
Carrying
Reginald. I forgot about Cal Fabio.
Cal Fabio.
Cal Fabio.
Don't forget about Cal Fabio.
Do your combat with your trope.
Against, because I was trying to attack the three guys around me, so do it 3 times.
Do it 3 times.
Yeah, but then my rocket stopped before that.
Do you 3 times.
It might
Hit,
Might do.
hit,
I'm just resolving it
Oh,
in some
sorry.
order.
hit.
3 hits. Cool. Roll me in athletics.
Ooh.
Unless you can justify something else as catching the. I feel athletics.
The drama.
You could use.
Athletics.
He could use. No, don't say no immediately.
use
He
drama.
could. He could. No, you could use brains or well, you could use drama actually
I'm
The
totally
drama
using
of
my brains.
being
because it's pretty dramatic.
I feel that the action of it is more of a physical thing, so I feel athletics is probably more accurate to it.
Oh,
Thank you.
You got it?
Yep.
Cool, then I won't make you roll to see if you hit the boss. Roll me your drama with your trope for the seduction.
Okay, I didn't see what that
That's a
rolled.
3.
That's a 3, so that one didn't.
You add them.
Ah!
You're adding them together though.
The fuck are you doing,
Ah! What the hell? Quit fooling around, man. Okay, there we go.
You're fooling around.
Did you get? Oh wait, no,
There's
no.
dice on the table if you need them.
Resolution of the campaign.
is mate.
It's high.
Oh.
Speaking of that, I've got a really funny video to show you. It's only slightly.
I'm such an angle.
3 plus 9.
Oh yeah, why are you
I just sit like this for the rest of the game.
why are you on such an angle?
Because the book's got an angle. But yep,
17.
It's been open for a while.
you just have to say success or fail.
Success. I'm rolling a d10 twice. There's a fair chance I'm going to pass that one.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool. So you would have to deflect the stone because of the.
Or could he romance the stone?
No, well, because of
Different
the.
movie.
because you've got your other items, you just deflect the
So
stone. Yes, they're not
pulling out
touching
the
it.
violin and
Yeah.
just knock
Yeah.
it away.
I imagine you
With the fiddle.
I imagine you as you do a little check the tuning
Yeah.
and you use that to knock the
Yeah.
Pling, pling.
Cool. So roll me a couple of more attacks with your trope because your stone's gone off in a different direction.
You geometry for this.
Hit.
I'm just sort of wrapping this up.
Hit. Do you want to keep going?
Yeah, go on.
Hit.
Start rolling attacks. Well, all
Hit.
all of them with your trope.
That's a pass.
Oh, I'm just going to describe it. Let's just stop rolling.
Pass. That's
three passes on the 3 demon bums.
That was like 7 for me.
So, yeah, you do your thing.
My rock can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah, essentially,
Yeah,
the deflect.
pinball.
So you bat the 3 on you, you deflect it, give your spiel, and as you're giving your
Song.
spiel, you did a little. I just went straight into the song, didn't you? Yeah. So you start the song. This rock is just bouncing around, hitting everybody
tempo.
but the boss.
Yeah. I'm
I'm
kind
kind
of
of
just me.
Yeah,
Then
it's
eye contact.
it's going past you.
I'm kind of just
Yeah.
picturing him walking towards the boss like this, and then there's just like it's one of those slow-mos, and then there's just the bullet.
The
The rock is just
explosions
going
come
trapped little
shrapnel and
demons
stuff.
flying.
Here we go.
everywhere.
There's a fly of your ooze, like you just shoot out your oozy,
My
maggoty
And that
booty
covers the.
in all directions.
Karen in the background with milk.
Yeah.
As all the little demons start, like they see it coming and they start cowering down and leaning back as your appendages spikes
I love that.
shoot up out of the floor, impaling all of them, pushing them up into your ooze,
My shit.
While
dissolving.
he's walking towards the demon, I make like an aisle of the spikes.
Yeah.
just between-
There's nothing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nothing but
So
the whizzes are happening
yeah.
between you and
So
the
it's in
demons.
like there's the spikes, there's the bullet, there's the milk, and the miasma going over the top, like just canopy of like the 2 of them like together.
Yeah.
So I've just seen this as like. Has anyone here seen The Other Guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. The scene where they're in the pub.
Oh, it's all
Yeah.
slow.
And it's no, it's not even slow mo. It's like that stuck in motion. Sort of thing, with them like
I would
like
see
half
it-
walking
I would see
towards.
it on a poster.
So, like, there'd be a point where the
But the
camera's
but the
following
camera's
the rock
like
around as
yeah,
well.
Yeah.
but the camera's like panning around this room, so you get like the
Bullet
full
time.
thing.
Yeah.
So, I imagine you standing at the centre just doing a big like arm gesture, and that's and then as that comes down, all the spikes come
Sharp shit.
as your song comes to a close and the ooze settles and the spikes dissolve back into the floor.
Everything goes back to real time, and all of a sudden it goes.
I catch rock.
The demon that's just been staring at you the whole time just goes, "Okay, kill the others, leave this one alive." And then he looks around and goes, "Oh." Another time then. And just portal comes back up and he steps back.
Thank
And
fuck for
the
that. I
portal
wasn't looking forward
closes.
to that one.
Oh, how are you going to recover from this? Someone walked out.
That
on
would
you.
again. That would have been a sensual game of chicken.
Well, I was worried that if something had happened, Shelley would come back.
Oh shit, she's still here.
Well, someone's walked out on
Thus
you.
concludes you've defeated the confused demons.
Yay.
So you have the mission was the confused demons have destroyed my happy dog. Please head to the fake clouds and undo this crime. That was what
Nice.
that was what I rolled up.
I feel like this mission is the undesirables featuring Ignis versus the confused demons.
So yeah, you pack up whatever your
Featuring
friend's name
Ignis.
is. I forgot their cat.
Boris.
No, I mean, I stay.
Trestle.
Ignis
Oh,
and
you
the
stay with
Undesirable.
Trestle.
If Trussell is the fourth,
Trussell?
I stay with Trussell.
You can take Trestle with you.
There you go.
You can pack Trestle up.
Ignis, Ignis
yeah,
and
he
the
folds.
undesirables.
the whole concept of trust.
Yeah.
You just collapse the cloud.
Yeah, he's
take
like
it with
one
you.
of those packed down houses.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
So
an
yeah,
Ikea.
you all finish up. You all leave the mountains. You go back. You report to the farmer, who then puts in his Yelp review with the League
Help
of
review.
Help review with the League of Heroes. You will magically receive some payment, and
Go our separate
Hush,
ways.
well, you can form a party if you want to.
What did you say we were called?
I said Ignis and the undesirables.
Yeah.
Cool. So, what is the name of the episode?
You didn't have one thing, didn't you?
The Ignis and the Undesirables versus the confused demon.
Yeah.
It's pretty descriptive, I suppose, but it's
Yours was more about the players, but you had one when we were on break.
Oh, it was learning accents and how to not do them or something,
Yes.
and how not to do them.
What do you mean? Mine was
bad accents and how not to do them.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Truth.
And I will never play I won't say Italian because that wasn't either.
Shit demon again.
An Italian
A
shit
Euro-
demon.
I will never play an
A
Italian
Euro
shit
trash.
demon ever again.
Was your title for this game, I should have play tested with a different group?
I
Well, I
have made
mean-
a terrible mistake.
It actually would probably be beneficial to
Play it with a group like us.
well, and then but also do the opposite, like because
Yeah.
you guys are like heavy on the role play and the riffing and the ad libbing and all that stuff. But finding a group that's less familiar with that to see, or less comfortable with that sort of thing, to see how they go, because then they're going to fall more heavily onto using the mechanics of the game.
Yeah.
Um,
I think it'd also be really interesting to play this game with people who don't know each other.
mhm.
And how much, because we're sort of in a way
Yeah.
played with our tropes, but ignored a lot of the 20th. Where if you're playing with people you don't know, you're probably more focused on, okay, these are my things, this is what I can do, and try to get the most out of the character. Where we were just
Yeah, I
enjoying the
mean,
fun.
at the end, the main focus I have with it is that it is the role playing.
Yeah.
It is one of the golden rules of the game.
If we're doing feedback, for
Yeah.
me, big thing is choice paralysis. Like, if everything's an option, all of a sudden nothing is, because you'd like, how far can I, would like, especially if you are playing with, like you said, a lot of people who don't know each other or aren't
Yeah.
sort of into the role play, what can I do? What am I allowed? Like, you got to find a way to show how far the boundaries can be.
Yeah, I mean the boundaries would be different for everybody running anyone running the game. But in that sort of situation, probably the best thing to do is to fall back on other games you've played and go, okay, what can I do in, like, because we've all played a lot of D&D. What can I do in D&D? And start there and just, like, and if that's as far as you as a player want to go, then that's how you go.
One of the thoughts I had with that was, because I know a lot of the discussion we had in post was what items we're going to choose.
Mhm.
And like you were saying, maybe that's another table. So you roll your race, you roll your archetype,
That's a good idea.
and here's your two items. And basically, yeah, I might be a Casanova ogre, but I get a bucket and a bell. But that's fun because then I've got to work out why I have these things and how I'm going to use them as part of it as well. So it gets rid of that, like I said.
Make it optional.
I mean, you'd have to have
How much structure do you want when you're setting up your game?
Oh, but how many options would you give on of an item scale?
If it comes in a box and it's a game, you can have a book. If you
Oh, like
really
it's
want to
just,
go that
just
far.
a thing of 100 options and
No,
just
I
roll
like
a
that.
D100.
I like 12.
Yeah, I was
12's
going to say
good,
just
12.
do 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the idea would be extend some of those lists to bigger lists anyway.
But the good thing about this game that I really like about it is because the way I've gathered you've designed it is, oh shit, one of our players from our normal campaigns dropped out, so we just go to we don't have time. So this is a quick, we already do know each other.
Yeah.
This is a quick roll up some characters, bang, 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 there we go.
Yeah.
We're playing within half an
It's
hour.
the game you play when the DM's away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the Cards
TM.
Against Humanity of D&D.
Yeah, it's the Mad Libs.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
But I do like, sort of probably almost in contrast to Ben's point of like having choice paralysis, someone like me that goes, what's the most ridiculous thing that I can think of?
Too much? Okay, I'll scale it down.
Too much?
Yeah.
No, but as in like, it does have that creative freedom also where your players can go, oh, here's a ridiculous thing, and then you have your limits as a DM where you can go, story where you go, oh yeah, no, that sounds great, let's do it, but then you've got those little factors where you can be like, gotta convince me.
Yeah.
Gotta convince me.
It's good too if you have a mixture of people like that too, because everyone walks in Rob's shadow when it comes to ad-libbing. But you'll get the ridiculous over the top, and then you might go, oh, I can do that. And then the other way, it might be, oh no, it's probably a bit too grandiose looking at everyone else and what they're currently doing.
Yeah.
It'll balance it out, but you might you might not have that if you're an original group. You might have everyone like going, oh, little decisions.
Yeah,
You just want to get the story going, and then you have like the opposite end where.
I mean, I feel like a quieter group is going to keep the story on plot
Brains.
a lot more than.
Yes, but also the danger it won't go anywhere.
But yeah, there's also. But I mean, if I was to run it with people I didn't know playing, the actual generic NPC one that gives them the quest in the tavern would tell them where to go. It would be the confused demons have killed my dog. They're camped at the fake clouds. This is the location of the fake clouds. Go and do shit.
Oh, that would
You
have
can
saved us
put
about
some,
an hour and a half role playing.
You put some notes in there for the story weaver. If at any
that.
point you're stuck, call upon the magical railroad.
Yeah.
Collect your players and take them to the next point. A train appears.
Like if I'd rolled this up tonight, it probably would have just been like you're heading towards the fake clouds. On the way, you pass by and roll to see. Oh, you've gone through the tiny forest, and something happens in the tiny forest on your way. And just sort of check the time, pad shit out, type stuff. But it's better than like you said. It's for those last minute. It's the emergency game, and it's better than just going home.
Yeah,
and not having anything.
If you think about it in the way that you'll have to excuse the innuendo here, it's innuendo. It's a really cool way to explore an RPG that's and actually role playing as in a simpler form than going. Here you go, Tristan. Here's a level 8 character you've got to learn how to...
and there's your magic items and your spell slots and
You've got to learn all this stuff.
It also it definitely shows you how characters grow without your permission or your willingness. You're planning. Just like something happens, you go, oh, that's what I do. That situation.
I'm Eurotrash
now.
Do you think I think it might be good for me to like I've got my little spiel of it's the A grade heroes night off of having different ones of those to sort of like
due to salmonella poisoning the A grade heroes are not available.
no but just sort of to give you sort of an because I've used the movie logic anime physics as a descriptor for the world of having different something that sets a serious tone, something that sets a unlimited possibilities tone, something that sends more comical tone. So then you can sort of just go, this is the one we're playing. So this is sort of the gist of what sort of characters to make.
That's a cool idea. I like that. It was like, you guys can be stupid tonight here, isn't it?
Yeah. We're doing the stupid one tonight. Yeah, you're all superheroes tonight. Or, we're doing a serious crime drama tonight.
And I think the way this is that it can be in any setting. It doesn't have to be fancy.
No.
Could you make it you roll for that?
I mean, it would really be up to the storyteller and the mood of the players that night.
Again,
as well.
all you need to do is number them once you have them.
Yeah,
if
I mean, you can always
you can roll. Otherwise,
the rolling. I mean, if I end up actually developing this, I want to do it as cards. So you just deal out the cards, and it has your character info on it and stuff. And some
it feels like the rolling is entirely optional. That's the theme of it.
Yeah. You can definitely just pick and choose. Like if I hadn't come up with something for this, I would have just gone, I'll change that one to this one or something like that.
Like a traditional DM does.
Yeah, and that's actually probably the other thing as well, just to have someone who doesn't DM run it. Because for us to go, the party's not doing that, I'll scrap that idea and put that we've done that so often.
This is all it's a story prompt, it's a starting point, it's a jumping point.
After learning DMing, and none of you asked a single damn impertinent question after I'd written up all the shit, that it's a really good teaching tool to say, when you're DMing, dot point everything. That's it. That's all you need.
My notes are the thingo, and then demons mistook happy dog for someone. And and then I filled in later that there's a tower on top of a mountain where on top of the tower is a ladder which leads to the fake cloud, and then mountain people fighting demons led by someone called Happy Dog, and that the farmer blames the dog show competition.
It teaches you things real quick, like players went in the wrong direction. No, they didn't, because only you know where the wrong direction is. Oh look, the door to the left is actually the door to the right. Yeah. Or you've skipped 5 rooms and you're at this point now. Like, it teaches you that.
As a quick point while we're having this conversation as well, if anyone in chat has any questions, feel free to post them now, because I'm keeping an eye on all that sort of stuff.
Keeping an eye out.
Yeah, so if you've got any questions about it, feel free to ask us now. Yeah.
That's just anything.
Anything at all.
The other idea I had for it, in terms of it being a fill-in for an actual campaign, is that you could set it somewhere else. I could have set it. I mean, I don't know Callum's homebrew world enough to do it in that, but if it was a fill-in game for Storm Kings, I could have actually used names and places in that world.
Yeah, you could have actually set it in Yalta after you guys left.
You could
Yeah.
even pick a bunch of NPCs that the players had come across, and you play them for a turn.
Yeah.
When you left that city, this is what happened after you left.
Yeah.
Joffrey with a handle.
It's the stories of the little people.
Yeah. The story. That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Vandals.
The people of Ba Sing Se, the little little mini stories.
Yes.
Yeah,
in
the stories in
Avatar.
between.
Yeah.
I actually really like that idea.
It's
I'm playing
okay.
the game of the bit NPCs that only appeared for like 30 seconds in a game. That sounds really cool. Actually.
Because, like with yours especially, where you've got all those NPC flashbacks, you have to because we poke at them all the time. You could literally say, right, you're now playing this, you're now playing this, you're now playing this, because such and such go come, and we just play that.
There's it does remind me. There was an episode in Community when the main group is like away, and one of the like background characters, they said, "Remember that time these guys weren't here? That was a great week." But as in what it's something along those lines. But what I like to take away from that is there is always stories going on, and while you have players playing the story and making the story, and the NPCs react and everything, they're still doing other stuff. Like, and that's another big part of, I know, like DMing is like, you're like, what is these characters like? What are the NPCs like? Motivations, like
as an added bonus too, when you do all come back in and start playing, that could have consequences anyway, even if they're just trivial.
There you go, Alan. Nitro says sign me up. So,
Sweet.
yeah.
I'll need to finish writing at least the rest of the tables that I've got that don't have missing pieces from them.
But I think your byline there, the game you play while the DM's away, that's a winner. Straight off. Copyright that now.
The GM, not DM, because GM's more of a generic term and covers more things. But
Yeah.
Sweet. No,
it was
thank you,
really
sir.
fun. Great job, Alan.
Great, Alan.
it's hard as the storyteller to come up with using the tropes for the thingers, because you're so concentrating on piecing everything together for other people. That's why I did the whole this is what's happening but I'm not doing it type thing.
Yeah.
I did have another idea for a different encounter where it's an ogre charges the party with a couple of swords and then goes roly-poly with the swords and attacks every single person, but also opens himself up for a counter-attack from every single person.
Yeah, cool.
So there'll be some times where you do area effect things, but they can, it's the, what was it, the bound of bullshit or something like that on the trope meter. There could be negative consequences for doing something really awesome if it's pushing that line.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't want people spamming those area of effects because they just will take the fun out of it.
Yeah, you found Fireball.
Yeah.
And the forest's on fire.
Yeah,
everything's on fire around you.
using the wizard as an example, using D&D spells, you could have had fly, you could have had teleport, all these things that could have just bypassed this story.
I did try to cast Railroad.
But having
the fact that they're the B team also, you can limit, you don't have Fireball, you don't have that.
Yeah. I think we were the Y team.
Yeah,
it's B. Why did we get these guys?
Yeah.
Who's that team?
Yeah, so there's within it's sort of because I've written it so open, it could be abused, but it's not the spirit of the game. And it breaks the golden rules. It breaks teamwork. If you want to go it alone, if you want to be the solo wizard that has every single spell, then go play a different fucking game.
Or write a book.
Yeah.
I've been told. What is it?
If the players don't want to play along with your story, DM, then just go write a book. Yeah.
That's what the writers of The Expanse did. They were writing an RPG originally, and then went, no, this isn't an RPG because I want the story to go the way I want it to go. It's now a novel, and then they build an RPG based on the novels.
Yeah,
might as well.
If I write a book out of the game,
well,
there's one we should that's one we should play.
Capitalise.
Anyway,
yes,
we should wrap it up.
Yep, no worries.
Thank you, sir. Agent Kit, that was awesome.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for coming by.
I hope this character never comes back.
We do.
Well.
So do I.
Yes, I'm sure I won't have to do this for much longer.
We're
we
going to
do
go
have-
off on a raid, I believe.
Yeah,
Let's-
we've got Polish Cryptid is currently playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yay, nice.
So we're going to send you off to them for some more fun times,
Some more structured entertainment.
some actual structured entertainment.
They've probably got a storyline in there.
We have
Um,
storylines.
So we're not sure what's going to be. Just quickly, we're not going to be sure what's going to be happening next fortnight.
But something is.
Something will be happening, just because Callum might be away for a little bit. We're not entirely sure at this point. But there'll definitely be something happening next fortnight, next Tuesday, on that Tuesday. So, come by, chill out. It'll either be a one-shot from Rob, or it'll be my campaign, or...
Trudy could do a run shot. It's about time.
What?
Oh, yeah.
You can run this.
We could always just run like them, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could actually.
Give that a go. But we'll be back then. Anyway, guys, thank you all for stopping by.
Bye!
And we will catch you all next time.
Happy raiding.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.